Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I hope you don't mind me somewhat indulging myself by leaving the track running. For those who don't know, there was a teaser posted, I think, last week, maybe earlier this week, for for this song. It's here. I'll just go ahead and post it. This is directly related to the game's next update. We'll throw this in the stream chat if anyone wants to listen to it themselves. But the it's interesting because I feel like this gives us a lot of neat hints about the upcoming update. There was a someone translated the lyrics because this might be a little loud still. I did not need to mute it. Christ, I'm a dumbass. The lyrics are in Japanese, so they are translatable, and it sounds a lot like Kome might be like a yokai or something like that in her theme. And the background of the video itself shows Cetus, so I think it'll be interesting if, we're going back there for something. I just never am in this part of the slideshow, so I kind of just wanted to see what was in here, to be honest. Thank you for the 5, Robin. What if there was a weird messed up version of M-Preg where women got pregnant instead of men? That sounds pretty scary. I'm glad that's not how the world works. But yeah, it seems interesting, because, okay, I'm going to level with you all about something. I really, really hope that Kome's signature weapon is a dual Nikana. The last one we got was over a year ago now in Sun and Moon. It's the only one we have in the game, and Sun and Moon is tragically, statistically mid as shit. So my hope, personally, is that we get a dual Nikana. I feel like we're overdue for one. It took him about a year to give us another, heavy scythe. So, I mean, it's funny, too, because Chlorophyll is the good heavy scythe, but not because it's a heavy scythe. It's because it's a fucking gunblade. But I really hope that we get... And considering that, Kome seems to be, like, a yokai, and, like, her theme is in Japanese, my hope is that it would, it thematically fits, so hopefully we'll get one. Thank you for the 5, Rosie. I'm glad women can't get pregnant like Robin suggested. Why is everyone talking about this horrible dystopian world where women can get pregnant? Before the America Warframe? I don't know. Oh, do you mean, like, thematically? I think there's a lot more you can do with, how do I put this? The existence of the Nakana, I think, means that Japanese, culture has beat us to the Warframe culture. But, I mean, there's some, Mesa is a pretty good America Warframe, because she's like the, the whole gunslinger, cowgirl kind of theme. I also feel like we kind of already have Japanese-inspired Warframes, like Grendel, for example, has got that sort of sumo, Oni inspiration, like his agile animation set, that really comes across, that he's got that sort of inspiration, so... The soldier, yeah, Cyto 9, I think all we know about him at the moment is that he has an exalted sniper rifle, which means he killed JFK. Thank you for the 2 blueprint. The ancient pact has been broken. I'm not entirely sure what pact you're referring to. I feel like I've just accidentally, finished a zombies Easter egg or something. Cyto 9 is the Jamaican Warframe? Potentially. Let me go ahead and get my in-game audio working. I always have to go ahead and toggle this setting. Reverse cowgirl to learn more. Real. Let's switch to the in-game thing. As much as I like this, isn't he British? Quincy's accent, I believe, is, yeah. We've gotten a spooky frame 3 years in a row. That would be a W. So today's live reaction is from Link over on the Discord. People who watched the previous one, the previous streams will know why this is here. The D&D check has arrived. Well, well, we got the typical D&D check, but something about this one. I'm off to sleep. Fair. Thank you for being vigilant. We're just gonna close all those. I don't really want to see those anymore. But yeah, this was contributed by Link. We established on the prior stream that Dark Warframe lore, Baruch does canonically beat his children, or just children in general. So it's funny, before this stream, I had done the Archon hunt on my Steam Deck, but I only got through the first mission because I was struggling really hard with the low frame rate on my Steam Deck to shoot the hands of the severed wardens. So I was like, okay, I'll just, I finished the first mission, right? That's like Netracell reward, so I'll wait till I go home and then I'll do the rest of it. Because I got into the survival, I just couldn't finish it because I couldn't fucking shoot anything because my frame rate was like 20. And so I get home and I'm doing it. I'm like in the last 30 seconds of the mirror defense, and the objective gets insta-killed. And I'm like, I'm gonna do this later. Considering we can play mag for the first one. I'll just go ahead and do this Archon hunt. I might as well. Then beat it shit out of 40 Grenier. I mean, yeah, his restraint has been eroded. So Mario Kart Wii inspired frame? That's a good question. Varuna, she was based. Perhaps. So let me know if anything is weird with the mic. I have some filters and stuff I've re-enabled to try and clean up issues with like my keyboard coming across and stuff like that. So... Did you make a Magus or did you take it? That's my mag. Well, one of my mags. It was a stupid joke that I picked up on in, I think it was some stream. So fun fact, I can't remember which episode it is, but in one of the weird and obscure stuffs, there's a shot where in the background, a Magus is standing on a railing and nobody noticed it for months, which I just think is fucking hilarious. Boy, that unfortunately the Hans is asleep at the moment. I was supposed to be. I've been trying to get to bed for the past couple hours, but I was just like, fuck it, I give up. Cast every first. But that's a great idea, Evelyn. Is this like the sequel to Greg? I think we should have an every Warframe. Yeah, there's also I have the Sus Caliban as well. Wasn't noticeable till you mentioned it. I might have to tweak my gain or because the filters probably do lower my volume. Here, what if I just got really close to my microphone like this? Does this sound good, guys? Hey everyone, Cool Kid here. Hey every pony. Oh, I fucking died while I was doing that. My bad. I couldn't see because my microphone is at an angle, so I have to. When I got that close to the microphone, I wasn't actually looking at my screen. Oh. We're off to a strong start on today's episode. We'll just that part didn't happen. That part didn't happen. We'll edit it out in post or something. We'll just get rid of it. It didn't happen. It's just like Tiananmen Square. It didn't happen. Don't clip that. Yeah, real. That didn't happen. They're made of 50 Warframes. Dead. You imagine you have a Warframe that's made up of 50 Warframes, and you have to tap 3 to cycle through every single third ability, just in the game, every single one. I like how because this is on Mars, it kind of just gives you like the really low normal exterminate numbers. I think that's kind of funny. It's weird because a lot of Steel Path modifiers and stuff seem to just like not apply in these kinds of missions. Honestly, a random ability could be funny too. That's a grenade. But like a lot of the modifiers, like full squad spawns specifically, just don't work in Archon hunts, which I think is hilarious. Another big one is that Spectres can be spawned in Netracells, which I also think is a funny quirk of them, because they are genuinely helpful a lot of the time. I think a lot of people underestimate how helpful Spectres actually can be. Bottled Chaos Warframe Real, that honestly could go crazy. I also think it should just be so it's not exploitable. Every time you cast an ability, it shuffles you to a different one in the list, and their order is random every time. That way you can't just find 4 abilities that you want and abuse them. Is worth it, $20 because it's discounted right now. I guess it depends. If you're the kind of person who likes the kind of game Destiny is, that should be decent. That comes with what? Everything except for Lightfall and Final Shape. If you say you've been playing Destiny and you know that you like the game, then yeah, I'd say pick it up. If you want to help, contribute to Pete Parsons' fucking car fund. But if you haven't played much Destiny, I'd say at least try the free portion of it first. I mean, let's be real here. Destiny 2 is not free to play. That shit is, in fact, free to try. But if you enjoy it, I'd say you might as well. I've made it known before that I do enjoy Destiny, or at least I have. I haven't played it that much lately. I've just kind of like, I go through phases with the game where like I'll quit it for multiple years and then play it quite a bit and then just quit again. And I think I'm back on the quit phase. Maybe you should fix it before getting... Yeah, I agree, Zer. I think that genuinely Mirror Defense was a mistake to put into EDA. Also, farewell, Rosie. Thank you for stopping by. But, EDA is the kind of environment that I think shows why high-level defense game modes just don't work, especially with random modifiers. Like, can you, like, go to level cap in those modes? Like, yeah, you can, if you have a particular setup for it. But, like I said, I shit you not, the Mirror Defense objective got one-shotted, and I didn't even see what killed it. I watched it go from, like, what is it, 40,000 health to instantly dead, and I have no idea why it died. I clipped it back just so I can rewatch it and see if I can find out how it died. Because I genuinely have no idea. And, like, keep in mind, I was playing Mag, because I have her in my rotation, so I was able to, like, stun lock everything with Fracturing Crush. I genuinely have no clue what killed it. It can still be insta-killed. I guess my problem necessarily is that if the target can be two-shotted, it's basically the same problem. I think that the issue is that enemies can deal too much damage to it, just in general. Especially because I feel like the modifiers for Mirror Defense are like the most boring mission-specific modifiers of any of them. Is that a Monster Hunter World? Yeah, Destiny 2 is the kind of game where you don't get to play that shit for free. Free to play is a lie. It's free to try. Everything that you actually will want to do, or that your friends will want to do, is paid content. My thing with like Mirror Defense, as well as just defense in general, is that at that high of a level, they start to show their cracks because things just die immediately. I actually personally think it'd be nice if they implemented something kind of like Ascension, where if the objective dies, instead of losing, you have like a 30-second timer before it picks up again. I know some people in the Warframe community are very like anti that idea, where it's like, what am I doing? I'm searching for the... You can tell I'm tired. I'm searching for the game mode, not the character. But I feel like it's overly punishing that you can just lose all of that progress out of nowhere. Like I said, I think Mirror Defense highlights, at least in EDA context specifically, that once you get to that point in the game, like in that term of level, especially with the randomness, that's the part that I think really is what makes it bad. Like, if you could bring whoever you wanted, you couldn't take like a Frost or a Limbo and do it fine. But because you can't really pick that, the game mode is extremely annoying. Enjoy this video game. Yep, fucking, Star Citizen be like... Nah, Destiny, like, if you get all the DLCs on sale, I think I got the Legacy Collection and the Lightfall's Premium Edition for, like, $40 in total. And that was, like, decent. I mean, I almost as much as you pay for any other, you know, $60 full release, and I enjoyed my time with it for the few months that I got back into the game, but I just kind of got bored of the current season and kind of disillusioned with the fact that Bungie fucking sucks. Like, I don't doubt that their developers are good, you know, well-meaning people, but, their upper management is, not great. It was interesting, too, because, like, okay, I'm going to go on a bit of a... This is a late-night stream, so even though I have 100 viewers, which is enough that this could definitely make me look bad, I have a minor ramble to go on about this, and I'm going to apologize for you all in advance. A lot of Destiny players are jumping ship to Warframe, and Destiny players doing that, I'm totally fine with. That's perfectly fine. If you want to, you know, come from Destiny to the game, feel free. And people like myself, or, you know, a lot of other, like, Nova Umbral, I imagine, he's played both games, could probably help explain it to people and things like that, too. Destiny content creators, I do not want to see in the Warframe content creation scene, and I'm going to outline my reason for why they make me nervous. So, a lot of Destiny content creators have been playing Destiny 2 for a long time. And so a lot of them make like build and guide videos and stuff, and that's perfectly fine, right? That kind of content has a demand for it. The thing is, if you migrate to Warframe, your audience is going to expect the same thing, but you're migrating to a game with 11 years of history that you haven't played and a lot of mechanics that you don't understand. But if you're trying to rush content on the game, you're probably going to still release that kind of shit anyways. And I think that that's bad for all of these Destiny players that are going to migrate to Warframe and see their favorite content creators giving them this advice, and it's fucking wrong. Like, that's my main concern with it. Because, like, if you're going to be... Like, if you're seeing Warframe not as a game to play on your off time and more as a content creation venture, so to speak, I think that has the potential to breed that kind of scenario, and it makes me very nervous. Because, like, if Destiny players get involved in the community, I think that's a good thing, because that's more new players, and I said in the new player video I released that I think that's important for the game. Warframe needs them. But I think that my concern is Destiny YouTubers not knowing what they're talking about and seeing the game as a content venture. Rosehammer Potato. I actually have not seen Mactic's Excalibur video, and this was not in reference to him in particular. Nova Umbral told me it existed. I know no details about it. And also, content theft is going to explode, probably. And, like, I want to be honest with you all. Warframe's existing content creation scene has some pretty shit content creators. I'm not going to name names, but I think for everyone here, someone comes to mind when I say that. And so, to end up in this, because, like, Destiny's content creation scene, I would say, is more rotten than Warframe's in that regard. Like, I don't need to watch someone just read patch notes. And I'm not trying to be mean to the YouTubers that do that, because clearly there is a large demand for that. But, like, we don't need that kind of shit. I guess a lot of that kind of stuff's already been established. And I feel like just watching these, you know, other area of YouTube migrate into the Warframe space and not understand the game and then try to teach their audience about it, when oftentimes their audience knows more than them because they've been playing the game, I think is a concerning thing. I can't read. I mean, fair enough, but have you ever heard of this great Chrome extension called Text-to-Speech Reader? Unironically, I actually use it all the time to listen to my own video script, so that if something I type sounds weird, if read aloud, I can find out. Called Destiny. Yeah, I'm mostly concerned about Destiny content creators. I could just read the patch notes myself. That's the thing, too. It's like, pay for a weekend drop, and that's kind of the same thing. Like, with, for Warframe specifically, I guess, because, like, my friend Phoenix and I are kind of opposites on this, where Phoenix will go in and out with Warframe but play Destiny a lot, and I will go in and out with Destiny and play Warframe a lot. But I guess the point I was trying to make with the patch note thing, let me go back to this before I lose my train of thought. There are a lot of YouTubers out there on the Destiny and Warframe side where if you went and read the patch notes, you would have the exact same experience as watching their videos about them. And I think that just is lame. Like, if someone offers an interesting insight about that, then I think that can be, I guess, helpful. My big concern with that, though, is, like, if a patch has been announced, but it's not in-game yet, then I feel like speculation is kind of just riling people up for no reason. Like, you guys remember... Okay, this is old Warframe lore, I say with air quotes. This happened in 2020 with Heart of Deimos. Does anyone remember the nerfed before release controversy? Some money? Yeah. Sorry, I'm catching up on some of the longer comments here. So, nerfed to before release was a controversy where 6 Helminth abilities were nerfed before the Helminth was added to the game. These were Roar, Eclipse, fucking Wukong's for some reason, Defy, I don't know why that one was nerfed, Dispensary, Larva, and there's one more I'm not thinking of. But there were 6 of them. That guy's all as one attack inherited his Eximus energy palette. That was cool. Anyways... So this was hugely controversial, right? That it was going to kill these abilities and all that shit. Remember, this was before release, so we hadn't actually played with them yet. Oh, this is gonna die. But we hadn't actually played with them yet. We had just seen the patch that had said that they were going to scale those abilities back so they wouldn't be too dominant. And, like, wouldn't you know it, once it actually came out, they were all still pretty good. Like, Defy getting nerfed, I think, was really weird. And the armor buff giving you endless armor. I feel like my honest guess for why they probably decided to axe Defy was how easy it would have been for armor scaling based things. But then parasitic armor was added, so I don't really know, honestly. One guy on the forums into being nerfed, probably. What was the... Okay, can anyone help me with this? It was Eclipse, Roar, Larva, Dispensary, Defy. What's the one I'm forgetting? I'm almost positive there were 6. What's the one I'm forgetting? I'm having a moment here. They make weird decisions sometimes. I honestly am guessing that they saw that Warcry. Yep, that's correct. Warcry was the other one that got nerfed. Thank you. It was on the tip of my tongue, but I could not think of it. Parasitic armor is making you more vulnerable by taking your shields. I mean, I guess, but for a lot of things, it can still be used for setup and then immediately shut off. Because, like, especially if you... I guess this is... It requires more mod investment, so I can see the argument, like, if you need rolling guard or something, it's probably, like, oh, not as oppressive, but... I don't know. I feel like Defy getting nerfed was really strange, because Defy granted, what, 1,500 armor, which I want to say is an 80% damage reduction? That's, like, decent, but it's not, like, insanely good, especially because it only applies to your health, versus, like, an Eclipse, which is everything, right? Like, your shields will benefit from Eclipse and stuff like that, and it's still at 75%. Now that... I do want to make it clear, that 5% is a much bigger deal than you would think, because the difference between 75% and 80% is, you know, 100% more EHP, but I guess from base, I'm making it sound like it's twice as effective. That's, I don't know. I did a thing talking about effective health multiplier and that the way you can express damage reduction in Weird Status 2. If you've watched it, you know how it works. If you haven't watched it, I could probably explain it again, but I don't feel like it at the moment. Giving him endless armor if he could keep eating, meaning he could not be damaged. I think there's still a point where armor would fall off, but I see what you mean. I also feel like, in particular, like, if one Warframe is going to cause a whole ability to get nerfed, they should probably address the root of the problem first. But I can honestly, I wouldn't put it past them to have seen that interaction and just been like, fuck it, right? We need to make sure this doesn't happen. I tend to forget about old Grendel's mechanics, because, I didn't play old Grendel because I thought he was fucking boring. They chose the easy way and then reworked him. Yeah, now Defy is just like a shitter element ability. Basically everything it could do, it's just outclassed at by other things pretty substantially. I think they over-nerfed Kuva Zar / Brahma. I actually think that, like, at this point, I don't disagree with you. Like, I don't know, I never really used them that much. I think the main thing is I'm pretty sure the clone can't use things in their Incarnate form, but I'd have to double check. I don't play Wukong often either, I also find him boring. With your infinite eating and then vomiting. It's interesting too, because when Grendel was reworked, they said that in the patch notes, was that they felt like it was boring, that the main way that Grendel worked was just to eat everything and just steal it from everyone else on the team. Zar Brahma nerf was deserved. I think at the time, yeah, I completely agree. I think that at the time it was kind of necessary. I mentioned at the time I didn't think it was that disruptive because I normally play solo, but I could definitely see the argument. Now with the existence of the Incarnans, I feel like it is something that I think you can genuinely argue, like, yeah, the Incarnans are kind of outpacing even the power these things use. Like, look at the Latron Incarnate. This thing fucking bounces around. This thing is comedically strong. Use weapons in Incarnate form. Yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure that they can't use alt fires, and if you try to hand them in Incarnate form, it turns back into the regular one, I believe. I know that's how it works with, like, rescue targets and stuff. But I think with, like, Warframe is a game where things don't honestly get nerfed that often. And I know that a lot of people are going to consider that a pretty divisive take. But, like, if you come from a game like Destiny, for example, you'll know what I mean, and that things in Warframe do not get nerfed that frequently. Like, the last thing I can think of, that anything that got nerfed, really, was in Dante's update. Well, directly nerfed, was when Dante got nerfed alongside, like, Arca and, like, a few other random things. They undid or lessened the severity of a lot of those nerfs, too, in response to feedback. Arca got fucking murdered, but I understand why it got murdered, even though it sucks that Arca got murdered. I should clarify, the Hammer, Arca Titran got murdered, Titran, whatever the fuck, it got murdered. Arca Plasmor and Cisco are fine, but the Hammer got fucking murdered. Shorten the range of 120 RPM hand cannons by 3 meters. It's genuinely, that's the kind of shit that Destiny is on. So they're like meaningless nerf or they fucking murder it, and that's it. Ruin the Super Dargan strat. Don't worry, only like 3 people watched that video because I said the word gay in it, so we're fine. But the... I don't know, like when it comes to Warframe and nerfs, it's one of those things where they're not very common, and usually if they do happen, I think it's often for a pretty justifiable reason. like, for... Also, I just want to say, no, 100% YouTube actually shadow banned that video. I think I've shown the statistic graph. After its second day, it immediately flatlined. No other video I've ever posted performed that way. I'm almost positive fucking YouTube unironically shadow banned that fucking video because of all the talk about my boyfriend in it. This isn't a joke. I'm pretty sure that actually happened. Once is algorithm poison? Perhaps. My most recent video, believe it or not, is actually on pace to be my worst performing mainline video of all time. Which sucks, because I put a shit ton of work into it. But with YouTube shadow ban you, I think they shadow banned that video in particular. I'd have to... Actually, can I pull up the graph? I don't know if it's changed at all over time, but it immediately fucking flatlined after, like, its second day. And like I said, no video I've ever posted ever did that. Let me look at the analytics for this. Yeah, look at this. This is so bizarre. You're gonna hear a Windows noise, and that's just me, so be aware of that. If my snipping tool would actually work... Okay, hold on. This is what the graph currently looks like. Let me... Well, I saved it. I saved it as what? Where the fuck did it go? Okay. Save this as a graph. There's no way that naming this as something as generic as graph would ever back... This already exists. Yeah, well, that's what I thought. Graph, and then I'll just smash a bunch of random keys. I don't give a shit. Okay. Let me pull this up real quick. This is the kind of shit I'm talking about. With I genuinely think that this video got shadow banned. I will take him in force. I never said I didn't want him, but I can't deny that his presence in that video, I think, made YouTube mad. Okay, look at this. Look at this performance graph. The gray area is the typical performance. This is the video. If you look, after the second day, it just flatlines. This is at the 112-day mark. So after 3.5 months, it gets a bump in viewership, and then it continues to go flat. No video I've ever uploaded performed like this. You can see in the first 2 days it was on pace to perform normally, and then it just fucking died. They can't do Steel Path. I think Exultra's popular. I don't know if I consider it a noob trap necessarily, but
he makes something else dirty.
Yeah, so the point I'm making here is I unironically think that YouTube saw the amount of people talking about, you know, the word gay in the comments, and they straight up shadow banned the video. Because fun fact, everyone, YouTube will very performatively say that they are very pro-LGBT, and they demonetize and ban the shit out of people that are LGBT openly all the fucking time. Especially if that's the point of their content. Like, it's weird, too, because there's some stuff they just don't demonetize. Like, if anyone's seen the infamous thing of, like, the video where it's like, can I distinguish a dildo from a real dick? That video, it's actually still fucking monetized. It's been up for ages, and as far as I'm aware, it's still monetized. It was never, I don't think it was ever age-restricted. But then you have shit like that, where the video didn't get demonetized, but I'm almost positive that shit got shadow banned. Because, like I said, no video's ever done like that. And it sucks, because that was, once again, a video I put a shit ton of work into, but that's just how it is with all of these. It's like, oh yeah, you know, why do I have so much power strength? Oh, was Oberon actually my frame this week? That never fucking happens. I was like, wait, what the hell? Why is my heal so strong? I'm just fucking stupid. Blissfully unaware that existed? Good. Fortunately, I've never seen it. I've just seen the screenshot of the thumbnail. For 2021, that is. Yeah, I actually do like the Mars tile set a lot, and, like, I wish that we would have an expansion of it with the Phobians and stuff. But yeah, like, that video was something that I had a lot of fun with, especially because, like, Sabuchi was the one who gave me the idea to abuse the Loki strategy. And then I, you know, kind of worked from there. Because on stream, I came up with the mind control strategy, and then Sabuchi did his video on it with Loki, and I used that, and it worked out pretty well. But was he able to tell, though? I didn't fucking watch it, dude. It does really suck when it decides to flatline the second day. Yeah, because, like, I want to make something clear. YouTube videos falling off is not uncommon after the first couple days. But, like, that hard, like, it went from getting thousands of views a day to, I think, less than 100, that doesn't happen naturally, in my experience. And it seems like it wasn't because my audience wasn't enjoying the video. Almost all of the feedback on that video was really positive. YouTube just fucking executed it. Used to be able to before they got reworked. I've actually avoided the I've always avoided the one-shot strat purely because I find it boring. Like, if you want to use it, that's fine. I just personally actually think the bosses are relatively fun. Boreal can suck my dick, and I hate the Moa in Naira's fight that can heal her. That shit is cancer. But I think I still haven't actually reformatted this to put Tennokai on it, because I'm a dumbass. Oh, I got a Vengeful Revenant. You guys remember when these were rare? Dog shit fight. I think that they have some redeeming qualities. Not Boreal, though, actually. His fight just fucking sucks. Like, shoot horse boys that meow, I guess. I mean, I guess not. The Arrowless can burn in hell. I kind of disagree. His healing attack pushing you away is super obnoxious. He has a shit ton of knockdowns, which, like, yeah, you can throw down your weed carpet or overguard or something to avoid them, but I still just think it's obnoxious that they're there. And I think that his, where he traps himself in the fucking pyramid, I also think that move is cancer. From rotation for 2 weeks? That wasn't even that long ago. Yeah, Boreal got pulled because of a bug that could crash people's game. This is now the second time there has been a bug related to Boreal that crashes your game. Mobile defense and assassination worm. I actually agree with that. I think the Sergeant and Faux-Rit are bigger offenders. Ambulance does suck, I'll give you that. As a boss fight, it just drags on for fucking ever. But I think that Faux-Rit and the Sergeant are bigger offenders. I know people are, like, attached to the Sergeant because he's a meme and he's easy to farm for boss challenges and stuff for, like, Nightwave. I hate him. I think that he's just a capture target. And I really wish they would rework him at some point, but I don't think they will, considering that he's such a huge meme. While he's tweaking. Yeah, Krill is just finicky. I don't think it's nearly as bad if you have a shotgun. Like, if you get your hands early on like, Strun or something, I don't think Krill is that bad. But sometimes he just decides he's gonna flip out. How are you supposed to make a good Warframe boss? I'll give you one example, I think, of a great Warframe boss. The Fragmented in the labs. I think they're all good bosses. You can't one-shot them because of their damage attenuation, so it feels like you kind of have to work for killing them. But even beyond that, I think they're mechanically fun. All of their attacks are well telegraphed and pretty fair to dodge, except for the Zealot's fucking rock throw. That shit is cancer. 12-second fucking slash proc my ass. But I can one-shot them. If you use certain strategies, you can one-shot them. It is not nearly as easy as other bosses. I know, especially with, like, if you frame rate limit, you can insta-kill the Fragmented one, but I consider that an exploit. The other bosses, while insta-killable, it's not nearly as easy. I'm an idiot. I can just use the mini-map for this. Here he is. Another one, I think Exploiter is fun. My problem is that Exploiter takes too long. Like, her second phase just drags on for too long, but I think she's a fun boss otherwise. Ropa is another boss that I think is fun, but has some really annoying properties to them. For example, their stupid fucking chicken grab, where if you get too close, they'll swipe you up with their foot. God, I hate that fucking attack so much, dude. It's so annoying. Did they fix the frame rate exploit? I'm actually not 100% sure. I never abused it. Behind Thermia's mega ass. Thermia is really annoying to get, especially for just one run of the boss. He's trying to hide last minute. I will just kill everything. Oh, wait, he's over here, isn't he? Because no enemies would have spawned over here. Yeah, dumbass. I mean, I couldn't actually start the fight. Grim. Try not to invulnerability phase. I talked about this before on a different stream, but this was ages ago. Yeah, invulnerability phases are annoying, but at the same time, the game almost requires them a lot of the time. Because then we just insta-kill the boss. But I think that stuff like the Fragmented are a good shift away from that. Like, the Fragmented are bosses where you can fight them and not insta-kill them and still have a good time fighting them. Also, yeah, EDA Assassination has just been gone for ages, and I don't know why. Second phase lasts so long. Exploiter is like a 15 to 20 minute fight a lot of the time, and that does drag on, unless you're, like, really optimizing it. Since it hasn't appeared in a while, yeah, it probably is. I was hoping that mirror defense was bugged to not show up anymore too, but that shit came back, unfortunately. What do we have? Void Armageddon, Maru, 20 minutes in survival, Steel Path, Aura Worm. Okay, none of this is that hard. Or second base makes me sleep. Yeah, like I said, I think my biggest issue with this is it just goes on for too long. Like, if it was shorter, then I'd be perfectly fine with it. On how to build / play Oberon, I can actually kind of explain this. The why I probably shouldn't be messing with this loadout, actually. I think this is the one that I normally use. I will make one comment. You can drop this for Rage. I don't have Rage on because I already formatted this and I'm stupid. You don't need this either. This was also fucking stupid. But this is more of a convenience thing. Basically, it's decent strength, and that's the main thing. I also have a bunch of armor shards on because what the fuck else am I gonna survive with? I need the healing and I need the damage reduction to work together as best as possible. But yeah, that's just how I've been doing it. Like, this Oberon typically can survive being shot at by high-level enemies if he builds his adaptation stacks for Augment Nuke. I have a build for that strategy, but I don't really think it's super fun. I don't know. Like, a lot of nuke strategies, I'm just kind of whatever towards. I have to leave and re-enter the mission. Couldn't it have been rounds? Yeah, you'd think. I need to put mag back on, because this was the loadout I was using for EDA. I don't know why I switched to it with Rage and Strength. All 3 Umbras is a totally valid strategy on Oberon. I think it does benefit him. He's one of the few characters that I think you can genuinely get quite a bit out of doing it that way. I really should have known some of that. That was sort of the goal of the passive tier list, was I wanted it to be equal parts educational and opinionated, but, like, I'm gonna level with you all. I'm feeling pretty depressed about that video's release, and the reason is that, like, at this point, I've just shut notifications for comments off, and I just don't read them anymore. Because a lot of them just accuse me of being lazy, and I want to make this clear. I put probably 60 to 80 hours of work into that video. I don't think I've worked on a video that hard since the fucking status tier list. And it's weird to me, too, because I've never received the accusation for being lazy for weird and obscure stuff. And you can viably argue I was milking that series. For me, a lot of it was I was making episodes in succession because I'd get into a groove with it and I had a bunch of entries to get through. So I just wanted to release them. Like, 4, 5, and 6 all came out in quick succession for that reason. But it's weird. I don't know. There's something about it that just kind of boils my blood in a weird way. Because I released this video that I put so much effort into, and people are sitting here accusing me of being lazy about it. And I'm thinking to myself, like, why does no one say this when someone releases a tier list that's just unedited stream footage? Like, why is no one getting mad at people where it's just unedited stream footage for 3 fucking hours where half of it's not relevant? Like, I want to put something into perspective. My script for that video was 22,000 words. You guys want to know how many words the average person says in a day? 16,000.
Welcome to my bazaar.
That video is about 1.5 times the amount of words you normally say in a day.
Okay, let's do this.
Like, it's one of those things where, and I thought they were ironic, I can be for sure one of them is, because I know Z41 and he's the one who left it. I have received a few just straight up calling me lazy, and it's like,
Don't get simple.
how the fuck, like, genuinely, how do you release a 2-hour video that's edited and do it lazily? Like I said, I know I'm just kind of being petty about this, and I'm not going to deny that, but I can't deny that I get frustrated when, like I said, I see, you know, even myself with weird and obscure stuff did something I think you could much more viably argue was me milking a concept or running out of content ideas, and no one ever bitched about that. But it doesn't even matter. Like I said, looking at my YouTube analytics, it is on pace to be one of the worst performing videos I've ever made. Whether or not that pans out, we'll have to see, but this makes me very sad, because I haven't done a long video in a long time, and I was looking forward to releasing one, because a lot of my, people were like, they wanted me to release another longer video, and to release it after such an immense amount of work and just have it do really poorly sucks. Like, I want to make something clear, right? When people say do content creation for yourself, that's true. Ultimately, you should do it for yourself. But that doesn't make it any different that it feels shitty to work on something and then people don't watch it. You know what I mean? Because, like, okay, if I make content for myself and don't care about the views, why the fuck am I uploading it to YouTube? You know what I mean?
Now bring it home.
Like, the goal of posting stuff to YouTube is I want people to see the shit I worked on. It's 2 hours long. The passive tier list is 1 hour and 47 minutes. So about 2 hours long, yes. So suggestions for weaker / irrelevant passives. Like I said, I tried my best to make it not like every other tier list. And I was proud of myself up front because Nova Umbral actually watched it and said he thought it was one of the best tier lists he had ever seen. Half a year already. Thank you for the rejoin, Goober. I appreciate it. I didn't realize I've had them up for that long. But like I said, I tried to put a lot of effort so it wasn't like a typical tier list, right? I didn't want it to just be espousing, like, my dog shit opinion with absolutely no evidence or elaboration. I even have points in the video where I talk about that I think that something could be higher, but because of the way I defined my tier list, I don't feel like I can justify it. Because unlike most tier lists, I establish up front what each tier means. And I thought that was important, was I didn't want it to be arbitrary. I wanted to be able to adequately argue why I think something fit the definitions of my own fucking tier list. There are a few things I'd change now, honestly. Like, looking back on that video after I released it, there are some things I would move. Chroma, I think I put too high. A lot of people told me he should be in C tier. I honestly think he belonged in D. I take that one back. Titania, I would have moved down. I would have moved Octavia down, probably. Debatably, I might have moved Umbra up. I would have moved Nezha up. I would have probably moved Jade down. But a lot of that stuff I bring up in the video of, like, I think you could argue this position moves one way or the other. Jade, honestly, the only reason she's an S is because she gives a 50% damage bonus, and Vauban is a 25% sitting in A, and it felt stupid to put her in the same tier. If I wasn't counting that mechanic, it would have probably gone in A. But the game counts it, so I had no choice. I felt like if I have to be definitional about it, right? But yeah, it's one of those things where it's also weird because it kind of made me realize that tier lists are just not in their prime anymore. Like, when I released the status tier list, it wasn't to hop on a trend, but ultimately that's kind of what happened. Because they were popular then, but now, like, people don't give a shit about tier lists, and, like, that wasn't what I was thinking making the video. I was like, this will be a fun idea. Fuck me, I guess. That's not how that shook out for most people. But what do I have in Duviri right now? It's Envy, which is super cringe. I'm gonna let this roll over. Fuck it, 10 minutes. I don't want to do that. We'll go do Void Armageddon or something. I don't think I have my Wisp set up still. Just stream but summarize, but your content is good quality. I mean, I appreciate that a lot, and like I said, I try and put a lot of effort into it. And I'm not here trying to, like, fish for sympathy. If you thought the video sucked, feel free to tell me it sucks. But the one criticism that I do take harshly is accusations of laziness, because I spent 3 fucking weeks on that project, probably averaging, like, 2 to 4 hours a day. Like, the day before it came out, when I released it to members, I spent probably... Like, I got home from work, and I just worked on it for, like, the next 8 consecutive hours, because I just wanted it done. Any suggestions for who we should play for this, folks? Anyone who has an idea? Anyone who has any ideas? Who do you think we should play for the first match of Void Armageddon? We'll take some suggestions. I have a loadout for everyone but Octavia. Corvex, based. Based. I don't even like Corvex that much, but based. I'm not even going to take Matarai for this, just to make my life miserable. Play Frumentarius, real. For a Warframe Geographic. Geographic 2 is actually in a weird spot. Warframe Geographic 2 script has been recorded for over a year. The problem with it, other than the fact that I'm very ambitious with that video and I've wanted to do certain things, I don't have the, like, I didn't have the knowledge to do. Now I think I could make that video the way I wanted it. But then there's this crushing realization that no one's gonna watch it. Warframe Geographic, I think, is the worst performing video I've ever made.
Sending your canister now.
So, like I said, you upload things ultimately because you want people to watch them. To boost engagement. You know, I respect that. Obscure Captura stuff. Honestly, that'd be really cool to see. And I've been seeing what you've been posting in Grattler Gang. Brosine, I don't know how you pronounce your name, and I'm sorry for that. I'm not the brightest, and it's 5 in the morning. But the stuff you make is really fucking cool. So I think that'd be really fun to watch. Also, the Verminx being Jimmy Kimmel's persona, that did fortunately get fixed. I actually had to write a joke out of the script that made fun of it, but it was honestly so fucking offensive, I probably could not have kept it in the video. I realized that, like, even though my humor is pretty edgy on stream, in a normal video, that shit would have raised some eyebrows, so I did not keep it in the video. And yeah, I like, that's part of why I wanted to make it, was that I thought that the whole, like, fictional ecosystem thing was super awesome. My Corvex is really shit right now because I'm trying to read my chat as much as I am, you know, play the character, but... Let me just build up some stacks of things real quick. What's this about Jimmy Kimmel? Okay, are you guys not familiar with this? Okay, hold on. Let me elaborate on this point a little bit. So there was a bug that was introduced after the new war and was in the game for like a year, where the Verminx, their skin had no textures. So the Vermink was just completely black. Their fur was like the right color, but their skin was completely black. So I made the joke that it was Jimmy Kimmel's persona. The reason for this is Jimmy Kimmel has a video of him performing incredibly offensive blackface. Like, it's pretty fucking bad. So, in the original Warframe Geographic 2 script, I referred to them as Jimmy Kimmel's persona because of that bug. There was a few other jokes in there. I do think I brought them up as, like, Trudeau is like a twin spirit with them or some shit like that, because that's like a Canadian thing. It's not important. The jokes are not in the video anymore, because the bug got fixed. And I also didn't actually want to release the video with the bug still in the game. Are you serious? A blunt can block my fucking beam? That's so cringe. Then Shy disappeared. Needs to stick to the wall for once. I mean, some of mine have, but... Also, I'll check Discord here in a moment. So much for that 3 meters of punch through. I'm pretty sure certain things block punch through in weird ways. Inflatable wall. Because, like, I didn't actually... I think I fucked it up and it didn't end up in the video. But I had a clip of me on Corvex shooting through a wall and hitting enemies with it. Like, it does work. Okay, yeah. I'm playing like an idiot because I'm reading chat for more of this than I am actually, you know, playing the game. We're gonna pop a, Faradon here.
Construction complete.
You've been going, listen, I'm glad to hear that, because I think that a lot of your capture is very cool. Behind inflatable walls is pretty bold. It's right there. Yeah, it's right there. There's one there. There's actually quite a few of them around here. Oh, they're all coming from this... Okay, this will just be easy. This is something I honestly do dislike about this game mode. The meta strategy is to completely ignore the exodampers and just do this. Like, this is how you win. Just hold of the choke points, right? This is the winning strategy. Especially if you're solo. Is there a mission type? I have a whole video where I specifically play around the turrets, and I have an appreciation for this game mode because that strategy works, and I think it's fun. But I can't deny that the game mode itself... Oh, I realize what's happening. They're all rad procs, so they're not walking through the door because they're fighting each other. But I have an appreciation for this game mode, but it definitely has its flaws. I can't deny that. In the gameplay of it, yeah. Also, Companion Rework Part 2, my main hope is that the rebalancing of abilities and, like, weapons will make a lot more stuff relevant. Because a lot of Sentinel weapons suck ass, a lot of, like, individual companions suck ass. Like, I think pretty much all of the Predicites are not great outside of niche uses. Sunika Kubro sucks. Like, there are plenty of, like, ones that I hope get brought up. Hello there. I'm gonna just remove this real quick. Yeah, thank you. Here for the charm nerf. My hope is that they make it so that charm works on a predictable interval. So keep all the buffs, but make it so that charm works not at random, but on a rotation, so that you can actually strategize around it. At the same time, would this get rid of stacking the buff? Yes, but I honestly do think it's unhealthy for the game that you can stack the buff. Now, this brings up the concern of, like, should we buff drops to compensate? I mean, I would say so, but I don't think the developers will. Why aren't you looking at me, jackass? I need to headshot you. Fucking, yeah, turn around. This motherfucker. Kind of a charm buff. The reason I would argue no is the reason charm is broken isn't even necessarily its buffs, it's that they stack. Like, if you roll the affinity and resource buff twice in the same time span, so, like, say you have the buff active already, and then you roll another one, they multiply with each other. That's the real reason, in my view, charm is broken, is that they multiply with each other. So you're incentivized to just sit there and wait to get as many of them stacked as possible, which is fucking boring. I feel like if it was on a predictable interval, it would remove that mechanic, but make it so that you could also strategize around it so it would be more fair. Then again, we'll just kind of have to see what they do. How would you improve Void Armageddon? That'd be something I would probably need more time to, like, really think about, I feel like. It's a game mode I quite enjoy, but it definitely has its problems. Fuck off, bitch. I love being staggered. I love being staggered. My fucking status immunity ran out. 16 Vitus Essence. That's the reason that Vitus and Steel Essence despawn after 5 minutes. Was genuinely just because of charm. Like, that's the reason that got nerfed.
As you conquer the foe, so you conquer yourself.
You're killing the spider 10 times. You know, fair enough. Here, before I do the next one, Bayrup wanted to trade me something real quick, so I'll just go ahead and do that. This is our brief trade intermission. It was something you had to work for. I think kind of the issue is that if they were to keep the stacking, it would still just make Smita by far the best farming companion in the whole game. You wouldn't get staggered when your ability ran out? Real. Maxed Gra? Yeah, currently. I actually bought a bunch of Spectres from Hexus, which is why they're not maxed right now. So if you guys can hear this loud-ass chair, I need to get some WD-40 or something for this piece of shit. It messes up my recordings all the fucking time. It drives me crazy. Macro farming SE. That's true, but... Using 5G instantly turning them into gray goo. That reminds me... if anyone here has played Darktide... Did that go through? I'm just gonna double check. If anyone here has played Darktide, I haven't played it that much, but, I made a Psyker, and my gimmick was that my name was Neuralink, and I detonated people's Neuralink chips inside their brain. Or like 5 minutes. You know, we'll just hang out for a minute. Is there a trick or am I just burned out? I would honestly say that, like, if you're grinding shit in a Warframe and getting burned out, I would say either, like, switch it up, grind to something else, something like that, or just play a different game. Like, if it's something where you're not enjoying yourself, I would just say don't do it. And they're a pain. This dojo is very underdecorated. This dojo is like 95% just me. The only reason this clan still exists is I have too much pride to abandon it because I built pretty much all of this by myself. Is it bombing random passerbys and Neuralinks? Baruch is a child beater? Let me elaborate on this real quick, actually. Let me show the dark Warframe lore for why this is the case. Look at this. Look at this, everyone. Go to Desert Wind. Go to Desert Wind. Look at the combos. Look at this. Father's Lesson. Look at all of this. Patience Shattered. What do you think this means? What do you think this implies? Father's Lesson? Would you guys consider... There's two ways you can interpret this, okay? Right? Either this is Baruch after he was beat by his father, or if you would consider Baruch a daddy yourself, then this is Baruch of beating children. So there are two ways this could be interpreted. Yeah, rise from ashes is when you put out a cigarette on your child's arm. Yeah, Patient Shatter, that's pretty self-explanatory. Sand Viper is probably what Baruch calls his penis. I'm sorry. Trespass Denied is like when they try to stop you from getting another beer from the fridge. Final Sunrise is when you accidentally kill your child because you beat them too hard. Sand Viper is the belt. I think that's fair. So yeah, this is Baruch lore right here. This is all Baruch lore. So yeah, Through Strike is like when you put a hole through the wall because you're drunk. All that kind of thing. Beating children. Sand Viper is removed from the beating children part, don't worry. We could consider this the belt. Looking at how much damage it does, it probably is the belt. I think I agree with that. Here, proof fragments? Real. I want Daddy Baruch to beat my ass. What the fuck are you talking about, dog? What the fuck? Also, I just want to say that I really hope that the leak about Sybaris getting an Incarnate is true. Please, God. I really hope Tigris gets one at some point, too. I think it deserves it, honestly. Are you gonna cook this morning? We're just hanging out because I have massive chronic fucking insomnia issues. I get like 2 hours of sleep a night at this point. It's gotten really bad. But at this point, it's just like, fuck it, we ball. I'm surprised I even made the last video with how little sleep I get. Bayrat will be here eventually. Eventually. Both of them have issues. According to, and once again, don't take this to heart, according to leaks, Sycaris is going to be getting an Incarnate as well. The ones that were leaked were Dara, Sestra, Sycaris, Sybaris, and Okina. I'll be honest, of those, I really hope Okina gets swapped out for something else, and my reasoning for that is Okina Prime is already super fucking good. And it's unleashed tomorrow. Oh, is that finally coming out tomorrow? Considering how long you've been working on it, I'm glad to hear it's finally going, you know, live. Like your sleep insomnia. Here's the funny thing. I live in the United States. I work part-time. I don't have medical coverage. I can't afford to do that. Do you know how expensive a sleep study is? More expensive than I could pay for. Welcome to being a part-timer in America. That's why I work part-time, unironically, so I can't get benefits. Like, here's the thing that pisses me off the most. At my job, I'm technically temporary part-time. I've worked my job for 4 fucking years. The reason I'm classed as temporary is so I can't get benefits. There is one other person at my job that's part-time that does get benefits, because they are considered normal part-time, and it pisses me off a lot, but that's just how it works. Makes me miss the streams. You know, fair enough. Capital does its finest. Here's the worst part. I work for the government. The local government, at least. So, like, what the fuck? Like, what's your guys' excuse? Like, local taxes are what end up paying my fucking salary. Why can't I have access to things like government healthcare? I fucking work for you. What? So yeah, that pisses me off. You could try an insurrection? Yeah, that's not how this is gonna work. Renegotiating the I don't have a union. That's not how it works. There's only, as far as I'm aware, there's a few unions at my job that negotiate with them. My department is not one of them. Sisyphean insurrectionist, government working, no insurance. Nope. That's how it gets to work. That's just how it is here, honestly. Like, if you want to do anything, you have to pay an exorbitant amount of money medically, because everywhere expects you to have insurance through your job. And listen to you. Yeah, like, I've wanted, like, to make a push for giving part-timers benefits. Like, dude, fuck getting a raise. I would like to be able to... Because here's the thing, the benefits are opt-in for full-time people. You have to pay for them, partially. Like, they take it out of your check. But it's massively reduced in terms of price. It's retail time, grim, but thanks for stopping by, Sci-Fi. But, like, it's reduced, so, like, I'm pretty sure that, like, vision and dental insurance combined are, like, $10 out of your check a month or something like that. So, like, you get it for a massively reduced rate. But because I'm technically temporary part-time, and, like, there are real temporary part-time workers at my job, I'm just not one of them. I'm just classed that way so I can't get benefits. Which fucking sucks. Like I said, I take that over any raise. Because ultimately, being able to pay my job more money in exchange for those benefits would be a way bigger increase to my quality of life than, you know, $3 more an hour even would be. My apologies. Minor, not Warframe-related rant. But it's one of those things where, like, I'm pretty sure the part-timers in my department are the only people that are not real temporary part-time that also, like, that don't get benefits. To deny you benefits. My boss has nothing against me. It's a board decision. So I mentioned this, I can't give out too many details, but because I work for like a local government entity, we do not have like a CEO or something. We have an oversight board. The oversight board decides these things, and the oversight board fucking hates part-timers. Like, before I started working there, they treated them like second-class citizens. Like, you could not park in the parking lot if you were a part-timer. Like, that's how fucking bad it was. They've always just seen them as, you know, second-class employees. That I live in Europe. I'll say this, living in America is not that bad, and most people do not suffer from the problem I have here. If you get yourself a full-time position, then you'll be fine for the most part. You'll be able to get health insurance, and it's not like it's that bad. I'm just in a particularly unique situation with that. America's not a bad place to live, and frankly, I think everywhere has its problems, right? Because I think you can always point and laugh at another country if you decide to attack their greatest faults, but at the end of the day, it just kind of is what it is. The oversight board, I've actually interacted with them before working my job. When talking, thank you, cool kid. I'm just waiting for Beirut to finally finish his stupid mission or whatever the fuck. But the oversight board just hates part-timers. So they always have, and they probably always will. And it's weird because I've interacted with them several times. And the ones that is it YouTube or something else? I work part-time because getting a full-time job is difficult for the kind of industry I'm in, because I work in IT. And even beyond that, my part-time job pays ridiculously well for a part-time job. Only if you live in New York or another big city. Like, where I live, I think my total expenses every month, split with my brother, that I need to survive are, let me think about this. I want to say $600 a month. It's not that expensive. My apartment is fairly cheap. I'll say that much. But between my apartment, my utility payment, and my car insurance, and then I guess my car payment, all of which I split with my brother, probably $600 a month. Which, I mean, if you're working part-time is like a decent chunk of money, but it's not the kind of shit other people are on, right? As a cook and I'm still struggling? That's fucking insane. I have issues with all countries. I respect that. Not have to pay your medical costs. Yeah, and the reality of that is not even, like, medicals... So, let me explain how this works in the United States. Medical entities expect to negotiate with your insurance. So, they will charge you fucking exorbitant amounts because they expect your insurance to negotiate it down. If you don't have insurance, who's negotiating that shit for you? I remember my job required me to get a COVID test. The government was going to charge me $200 for that. The only reason that didn't happen is because of COVID restrictions at the time. They made the state pay for it because my job required I get it. So yeah, I could barely live on that. Where I live is cheap conditionally. I got a great deal on my apartment. You can negotiate yourself. It's not easy, but possible. And that's true. But there is an extent of, like, is it worth it to go to the doctor multiple times, you know, a year and have to deal with it every single fucking time if you don't have insurance to pay for it? When I went to the dentist, I got a good deal on my regular checkup. You want to know how much it cost me? $120. And that was considered a good deal. My eye exam, out of pocket, $80. Like, sure, I can afford that. I can't afford anything for, like, an actual medical issue, because I have to get, like, a medication that's $60 a week. Like, I can't fucking afford that, realistically. But, like, that shit's just expensive. That's just kind of the reality of it, I guess. Like, does that mean that I can't spend money on certain things? I mean, yeah. I still can go get certain things like that, but you feel it. Because when you're... The main thing, like I mentioned, I spend about $600 a month-ish on expenses like my car payment, insurance, and all that shit. Then I would add another probably $300 just for groceries, because inflation has made that market go fucking insane. Also, see ya, Blueport, thanks for stopping by. Also, you're all good, just tell me again. Or tell me when you've relogged. is $100 a vial and I have to have 4 of them a month. That's fucking insane. I feel so bad for people in your situation, dude. Like, the guy, I'm pretty sure the guy who found out how to synthesize insulin sold the patent for $1 because he thought it was so important that it get out there, and then the company that bought it immediately made it insanely expensive. It's fucking revolting that people are put in that situation. Need to go eat too. Fair enough. Thanks for stopping by, B. Yeah, welcome to what we call one of those America moments, where if you have certain medical issues, your options are basically go broke or die. There's so much money, yeah, and it's even worse because like you can apply for like state insurance or Obamacare or something like that. Getting approved for it is very difficult. Really should be sleeping. I mean, that's just how it is. I'm well aware that I should be. I'm just also not. And sell it for $1. Yeah, it's a complicated thing, because the guy didn't have the infrastructure to mass produce the insulin, obviously. Does not even require you to work a job. Yeah, I've heard through some people who live there that the main constraint of public healthcare is wait times. And, you know, fair enough. But here in the US, there's no such thing as a, like, how do I put this? The US having no free healthcare is kind of a myth. But you have to be able to qualify for it. It's not something you just get. You have to apply, and you have to... The government has to consider you to be such a loser... This is a joke. I don't have anything against anyone on federal or state insurance, but they have to deem that like you don't make enough, or that you have enough members of your family relative to your income that justifies that. And that's pretty difficult. 50 days to hear an ENT say, yep, deviated septum, and wait 50 more for an allergy test. That's the kind of shit I've heard. Is like, that's the main linchpin of it. The guy who sold it made shit tons of money from it. Yeah, that shit sucks. Okay, there you are. I hopefully have more Scions for you. I was trying to interact with your items. Fucking hell, I'm stupid. Can never catch a live stream on time. You know, I have 3 Scions. You can have 2 of them. And then what about have? I have 7 of them. You can have 2 more of these. And then what are the other ones? Let me just type in fish. Okay, what about Duviri? Oh yes, the Enoch. You can have a couple of these. Thank you for the Magus Destructs. This arcane sucks ass. I'm just desperately trying to max them all for completionism. 1 more? Oh, okay. I'll have to trade even more fish. A Magus, indeed. I have 29 ambassador barrels. What the fuck? I need more fish. You can have 11 small glapids. I think that's a fair trade. This looks fair to me. Unless, you know, they want more Duviri fish, I guess. With deciding who gets healthcare and who doesn't. I wouldn't trust the government with deciding most things. Holy shit, abyssal beacons? Wait, hold on. Can I do something really funny? Wait, I have an idea. How many of these do I have? I have 2. Okay. I was going to just trade them all back, but I think that's too unfunny because I can't just trade them all back. So you can have a couple, or no, I actually need these for Fish Jenga. Yeah, you can have a couple of these. We've downgraded the trade, actually. This is actually worse for him, but don't tell him he's getting scammed. No one tell him that he's getting scammed. Speaking of how Fish House Jenga going, actually Shovel completed his before me. I just, like, got lazy. Thank you much, though, Beirut. I appreciate it. You can go back to Void Armageddon now. Magus Melt is underrated. Melt is good. Destruct is exceedingly niche. If I like Melee way too much. I think Baruch is a very fun character, yeah. What is Fish Jenga? It's what it sounds like. It's actually back here. I might actually want to just reconstruct this. I think I have all of the stuff for it. Not operator, I'm a fucking idiot. No, it's equipment, orbiter, decorate. I think there's a hot wheel, the thing, you know what I'm talking about, the little wheel you can pull up. If I move these, hold on, because if I make it, what's the, yeah, grid snapping. Oh Christ. What the fuck? Okay, so it wants to sink into the floor for some reason. I don't know what's up with that. We have to make regulation Jenga board. God damn it, hold on. I have to make sure that this is, 1 degree. Okay, we have to make sure that this is as accurate as possible. That's not quite close enough. Hold on. What the fuck is the... What are the decoration controls doing to me right now, dude? What the hell is even happening? Oh, it's very slightly off. Shit, hold on. Just do it manually. There we go. See, there's another one. I'm moving these so I can make this more consistent. For those who are wondering why I'm even bothering doing this. We have to overhaul the system. We have to overhaul the system. See, he's very slightly off his rotation. Why is this set to 5 degrees again? There we go. See, now he's nice and neat like the others. Healthcare to fish Jenga pipeline? Yeah, exactly.
The corporates use to count their money.
Okay, then yeah, we have these guys. I can probably just move them right on top. My main concern is like, yeah, that they like they can clip. Which is a little bad. But if I don't know how I would space this in a manner consistently enough to like make sure that this doesn't fuck it up. Fish Jenga is difficult. What's the input where I can turn off the collision? Surface snapping. Yeah, that's what it's called. Okay, my main concern is how do I get like a consistent distance? I need them to be a consistent distance above the other fish so that they don't clip. Because they do indeed love to do that, and it's very annoying. How's this look? That's about right, I feel like. That's about correct. Ish. I wonder if it would have been easier to actually just build this from, like, the fucking top down. Because here's the problem. We got 54 of these bitches, okay? If I'm to build this, it has to be pretty precise. Because if it's not, right? If it's not, then we got problems. We got problems. Why? What the fuck? Why is it... What the... Things easier to spot. I could do that too, actually. That is a fair point. You just give this like a preliminary flattening. Something like that, maybe. We gotta line up the edges. We gotta edge. Why are you moving like that, you fucker? I don't want you to move. I don't want you to move like that. Why are you doing this? I just want to move like this. Just very slightly. Very slightly. I can make him small. I can make him large. I can kill myself. Okay, I think that... is that close enough? I think that's close enough. Constrained movement? Oh yeah, fair enough. We can build him more... We can build him more accurately this way. This is a good idea. We can build them more accurately this way. You must construct... Should we have the fish alternating directions? Maybe we should have the fish alternating directions. Let me make sure these are, like, lined up-ish. Okay, these are relatively lined up. I just gotta pull this guy up, right? Yeah, this value. This looks like shit, but it's fine. We'll work with it. We'll work with it. Slap this guy down. Okay. How we looking? How we looking? This is actually relatively lined up, surprisingly. He's just a little too far down. The clipping, actually just realized, is going to be more pronounced on the other side. Maybe I should just make it clip. It honestly might be funnier that way. Hold on, let me just slap this guy on here. Yeah, that's pretty fucked up, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, we'll just move him up a tad. Fuck. Just move him up a tad. Okay, he's gotta go up a little higher. He's gotta go up a little higher. Like that high, maybe. Like that high, maybe. Oh, okay. I see how that... Okay, that makes sense, kind of. This is boring as shit. You see why I haven't been working on this? Even the first and second layer? The reason for that is because the fish clip. The fish will clip. If I flatten them like this, the fish clip. Is that fucking fish Jenga? No. There is, in fact, no fish Jenga occurring here. Trust me. Oh, God. That fish is trying to suck my dick. Oh, what the... Holy shit, okay. No, I keep hitting the wrong fucking button. It will not let me slide it backwards. Why are you not sliding backwards? Do you want me to fucking kill you by chance? Why? What are you doing? What is this fish doing? Am I the one who's fucked up on drugs, or is it the goddamn fish? What is happening, dude? I can't even move this one. Look, they're all fucked up now. They're all fucked up. This is a travesty. Fish Jenga is a travesty. He's reaching deadass. Look at how many more of these I have. I have 45. This has to be the Jenga regulation. Jenga regulation size. Jenga fucking regulation size, 54 pieces. You guys know how fucking long this will take? I probably shouldn't make this on stream. That sounds incredibly fucking boring. I don't think people want to watch that very much. Okay, yeah, fuck off with your world of fucking... We're not doing that shit. Move a couple like this. We'll fucking fix it here in a second. Yeah, look at this. Look at the gap that exists between these so that the heads don't fucking... God damn. I need to reevaluate my fish Jenga approach. Please don't stop. This is boring as shit. Look at this. There's so much room so that they don't clip. Okay, you know what? I think I'm going to have to accept a little bit of clipping. It wants to red zone me now. This game fucking sucks. We can come back to this later. We can come back to this some other time. I don't want to deal with this right now. With a D&D game on it. It sounds like an actually good use of your time. If you're too close to it, that's so fucking annoying. I have the Nightwave challenges to complete, okay? I've only got so much time to do this. Peekins? True. Fuck Fish Jenga, we'll come back to it later. I can only handle so much. Knock out this Armageddon mission, then I don't know, do some other bullshit. Who cares? It's something to do, that's what matters. I'm kind of at the point with Warframe where if I'm not making content or doing the weeklies, I'm not playing it. Just because, like, there's just not a ton for me to do right now,
Protect your exo
which I guess is to be
dampers.
expected. We're on the cusp of a major update.
You'll need Argosy. I'm sending you a canister now.
Although I respect that, Evelyn. My cat is armed with fucking knives. He's become British. Day ruined, grim. But like I have with like, other than yeah, like maxing my lich weapons, for example, I just don't have that much to do, or like grinding for the rest of the Voxelaris arcanes. And like I said, we're kind of on the cusp of a major update, so I'm just kind of waiting for it, unless I'm making stuff. And I've not completed the game far. Realistically, probably not. I'm also kind of thinking, like, I might start working on my next project already, but
Exo damper out of action.
hyperfix it on a few frames to optimize. Periodically, I'll have, like, a phase where I'll start working on a particular frame build or something like that, but like, otherwise, I don't know. It was that the Overguard Exo Damper was in effect. That's funny. That's probably the worst one I could have possibly gotten, because yeah, now none of my ways to build restraint work. Oops. That's not good. Melee influence, go.
Get ready. Enemies inbound.
Is peak. Thank you. Link was the one who made it. Update date predictions. I'm guessing it'll be mid-October, because that's when Daggett was.
Argosy canister inbound.
30 weapons away. Yeah, I finished my mastery rank grind, and so I'm just kind of like here when it comes to that stuff. It was melee influencer. Yeah, it dealt bonus damage to fucking vent kids. Also, yeah, the subsume I have on is Nourish, just so that I can offload viral to an ability. And have better energy, because mine is kind of shit, but I got to play Baruch without using most of his actually, like, you know, Desert Wind and, like, gameplay loop. Are you excited for Citrine's Last Wish? Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I'm very excited for the dev stream. I want to do a, like, a stream watch-along of it. Because, like, there's no Twitch drop or anything, so I asked, and people just generally like, yeah, you know, why not? So, like, yeah, I'll probably go ahead and stream it, but since you've done that before. Like, I'm fine with streaming Warframe, like, doing this stuff. Like, I tend to do my weeklies anyway, but I haven't been streaming as much, purely because it's just, like, I'm not super in it with the game at the moment. But with, like, I do have some other videos I want to start working on. I think I've mentioned them both before, like, two smaller projects to kind of wind down from a bigger one. I want to do one about Mirage and what sleight of hand can hack, because I think it's a really cool element of that ability, even if it's not really that good, that I think is just really interesting and really neat. Also, it is a legit strat to lose both Exo Dampers. It actually makes the game mode much faster. But there's that, and then I also want to do a video, I'm kind of on the fence about it, talking about Valence Formation and why I think it's probably the most interesting augment in the entire game, because it allows you to do some really interesting stuff. Like how it's, I think, the only way to boost the damage of a gas proc by using a quote-unquote gas mod, because that's how it treats the bonus from it. You can use it to easily proc influence on any melee. You can use it to instantly freeze or armor strip with shotguns. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with Valence Formation. And I thought it might be fun to do a video about that, but I also don't know if anyone cares. Make a Gale Kick build video. What if I told you? Oh, my dumbass reading chat got me killed again. Hey, every pony, cool kid here. I think I'm just gonna die, actually. You know, fair enough. Now boost gas DOTs. I guess, yeah, that's true, actually. Fair enough. I didn't think about that. They've been in the game for short enough. I kind of forgot they existed. I guess I should say it counts it like an elemental bonus. Because gas doesn't scale with toxin and heat mods. Gas, like, it doesn't scale with constituent mods, I guess you could put it that way. But the game treats Valence Formation like a gas mod. You can also use it to make like shotguns instantly proc detonations on blasts and stuff like that too. It's a very interesting mod that encourages a lot of like really cool synergy and experimentation. And I think it just kind of sucks. Oh yeah, the Void Angel now has Overguard. I didn't actually consider that. It's okay though, I can just do that to him. True status damage mod on my heart. Okay, you guys want to know what the real status damage mod is? Empowered Blades, baby. The Void Angel in here gets Overguard? That's kind of cringe. Welcome to the most invigorating part of this entire mission. Me standing here and doing this because I can't insta-kill it with a...
Use your void body to absorb.
Why are you turning around? Let me headshot you, you motherfucker. Turn back around, bitch, right now. Look at this. Turn back. Quit hitting the fucking... Quit hitting the Void Shaker. This motherfucker, I swear to God. He had Overguard. Me linking the 40-minute video. I just make that joke whenever I have an incident with an Eximus in this game, where I'm just like, I'm gonna link the video, I'm gonna link the fucking video. Oh, I'm out of fucking energy. What's cooking on the Zeraman? A Night Wave challenge, basically. Okay, she's back. Yeah, shut up. Don't care, didn't ask. Don't care, didn't ask. Plus, you're white. I fucking love that video. Voidlish damage, real. Went for a 27-point clear. Deep Archimedia is just a pain in the ass if you get bad modifiers. That did count for my challenge, correct? Nora, you're not fucking me on this, are you? Okay, I did finish.
Time for Nora to say.
Almost in view of one of the two things I actually care about from this. That Unseen Dread, and then, yeah, that's kind of it, honestly. I don't really give a shit about much else in this Night Wave. What are the other ones I have to do? 20 minutes, Steel Path, or a Worm, and complete a mission with only a secondary. None of those are that bad. Bolster Blizzards on Stage 3 ruined me. Yeah, that modifier sucks ass. I've made my opinion on that pretty known. Authentic Warframe experience, true. Can't use abilities till 50 kills. I've been struggling with that one because my mirror defense objective keeps getting removed from the game, just suddenly insta-killed. But, you know, that's a future me problem. I can definitely do it, it's just inconsistent. They changed that 75% ability duration, I think, to 50%, but it's still obnoxious as fuck. I won't lie to you about that. I haven't do Veery, actually. On to Sorrow now. Mirage, Wisp, Saren, Dante, and Garuda. Damn. Well, no Sobek. Unless you have Secondary Fortifier. Yeah, that, like, if you're rocking Secondary Fortifier these days, it's not as bad. I still think it's cancer for crowd control characters, especially if you have a bad secondary, but... Okay, the game's just handing me the fucking win button already. I appreciate it, guys. Not Mirage. What the fuck am I doing? I have the fucking freest W of my entire life here.
Sorrowful soprano.
That's where Frit plate. Yeah, that shit is crazy.
Sorrow is the bitter spice without
And
which
Overguard's
life
gone. I feel like it depends on your secondary to an extent, but it does deal so much additional damage that it's not like the end of the world.
I am sorrow, and suffering is my lot.
It's also like if you have radial CC and like a really like, say for example your best option was like fucking Xylock or Euphona or something. Whereas people ask every time, where's the horny cycle? Thrax is a child. Thrax is a fucking child. There's no horny cycle. Thrax is a fucking child. Why is this so lost on people?
Will you make it right?
I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm the content creator and I have to argue with my chat about these things. I think it's the other way around most of the time with YouTubers. I'm not. Well, Thrax is, and the mood of Deviri changes based on his emotions. The board cycle, he has Skibbity Brain Rot.
if she inflicted suffering upon others.
I've paid attention to the lore in years. They've referred to him as the Child King multiple times. Bitch. I would let the case, damn it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Robin's having a white woman moment. I'm sorry. Anyways, I don't know why I'm doing this. I really don't need any decrees, and I'm getting thrown off for my timings here because I'm bad at the game. Thank you. I needed that heal pretty desperately. It's been 13 years and I have no idea what a Duviri paradox is. This update came out last year. Pancreatic cancer cycle, that's true.
Remembers the tragedy, the Zariman. Whatever calm you can bring to that
New Earth Chapter 3. Duviri is Epstein Island. Real. This is the reverse Epstein Island where, you know, a kid runs the show and all his victims are adults. This time, though, there's no, you know, any weird shit going on. He's just a tyrant. Duviri lore. Duviri dark lore. Actually, that would be another funny dark lore episode. One of the lost islands of Duviri was Epstein's Island. Because I can't read? Yeah, pretty much. Welcome to the Undercroft. This is the part where I have to stop playing Duviri for 5 minutes. Oh boy, my favorite game mode. Wouldn't that be Kullervo's Hold? Do we consider Kullervo's Hold Epstein's Island? Is that how this works? Give me a second, guys. I have to cast my spells. My apologies. Thank you. Okay, we're good now. We can, you know, hit him with it. The extra jump on Texoc Pounce, like, height is actually fucking with me really bad. I did not expect it to be this extreme. One of the islands that vanished. That's my theory, right? I think it's one of the lost islands. The spreading of status effects should make this just, like, kind of funny by itself, but I think I just fly into the ceiling. Yeah, what the fuck? Whatever. You just stop being horny or you immediately fail the mission. I don't know if I like that either. More than the circuit. I actually completely agree. These parts of the game, while I get why they exist, kind of just break up the experience for me. I don't know. Like, if I'm playing the circuit, then I'm fine with it, because that's what I go in expecting. When I'm playing regular Duviri, I'm like, damn, I just kind of want to go back to the Duviri part of Duviri. And a lot of people actually disagree with that, but that's just kind of how I feel about it. Okay, the guy had a Parazon finisher, but whatever. Got his ass, I guess. Like 200 Jade Light Eximus? What does that mean? Is it like your sperm? I don't know what you're getting at here. Yeah, just in general, I feel like the circuit can just be or these parts are a slog to get through. Some of them, like Exterminate and like Alchemy, are pretty quick, but some of this stuff just drags for fucking ever. Especially because, you know, Steel Path enemy modifiers. Oh, these guys probably weren't hit by my birds, yeah. Buy my Sinister Potion. Beam's murdering me. Did you play when they were new and they would accidentally one-shot you because they would max their damage ramp in one tick? That shit was funny. Make Dante less loud. You know, I feel like a lot of frames we've gotten recently are weirdly loud, come to think of it. Dante is a pretty strong example of that, though. Even Ceres. I personally like Duvir, but I get that it's divisive for some people. Some people just don't like certain breaks from the main Warframe content loop. I think I dodged that one. Ascension was actually a fun event, in my opinion, but the Jade Light Eximus as being the only Eximus you could encounter was admittedly cancer. I talked about it on stream where, like, people were bitching that they were too strong, and I said that I thought that once they were, like, integrated and not the only thing you were fighting, they'd be fine, and I think that that pretty much was the case, but Because, like, when you were just fighting nothing but Jade Lights, dude, that shit was obnoxious as fuck. Like, I won't deny that for a second. It was super annoying. But now I feel like they're fine. Great for affinity farming. Fair enough.
This battle is already half won. The enemy must
Looks like a
have
sword
four
cycle.
precious
That would go hard, actually.
hold the line.
Boy, last one. My shot got blocked by the fucking post. Punch through moment, or lack thereof, I suppose. Rest in peace, dude. My ears. Oh, there we go. Just barely knotted enough. Gotta just keep using my alt fire for the chart so I can keep my energy regen going. See that you can't go AFK? Yeah, I agree. Not lacking Ribbon Sliver since then. Yeah, it was good for that at the very least. I just thought that, like, I think it kind of skewed people's perception towards the Jade Light of being, like, way more obnoxious than it actually was. Because that was all you were fighting. So, like, yeah, it was really difficult because you just could not stop being swarmed by them. But, like, now that we're through that, I think it's fine. Necro should go hard. Yeah, fair enough. The Eximus rework was unironically a big buff to Necros. Speaking of things with Jade, they accidentally nerfed the ever-loving shit out of Baruch in that update. Because now Reactive Storm prioritizes physical elements over elemental damage. So instead of doing corrosive and magnetic damage to enemies, it deals impact and puncture now, which is way less valuable. Also, see Azert.
Exhausted. If only for now.
I hope they change that at some point and make it only consider elemental damage for those, but because Baruch's still pretty strong, but I won't deny that was a huge nerf to that augment. And I hope they, at some point, reevaluate it. Slash procs with his 4. Against the Infested, you can. When you just move around. Yeah, I'd say that for the most part. They're not terrible to deal with. It's just that it can be annoying. Like, I don't play Limbo that much, so I guess my opinions only go so far, but they aren't as something people make them out to be, I feel like. Per chance. Evelyn, stop, please. Yeah, I actually agree, Evelyn. I think we might be going too far. Shut up, French dude. I don't want to talk about this. Yeah, I don't really want to either. That guy was holding his fucking thing like a sword for a second there. Bitch. Why would you do it again? We're chilling. I fucking love that. The fact that you can parry that shit is so much fun. Judgment my ass. Fuck out of here. If so, would I buy the Prince? I don't believe they have trophies, unfortunately. If to add the Calm Cycle properly. They actually said that they considered doing a Calm Cycle where you could just explore Duviri with no objectives, which would be cool, but I guess they just decided never to do it.
She could not give pain without
Fish.
feeling it.
Or I could take a picture of it. Wow, Evelyn, how could you fucking rob us of more Dosed pics? D pics, if you will. D for Dosed. Come here, you bitch. I didn't notice that my sprint wasn't active there. My animations are just broken, I guess? That was weird. I might actually fuck up this fishing. I might actually not be the golden pug. I fucked that up big time by not hitting the sprint button because I thought that it was already enabled and not that I was previously sprinting. Where the hose at? Where the fishies at? Getting stuck on shit. Okay, we chill, I think. If I would stop getting pushed up. There we go. Size 2, real. But I ate it by mistake. Is that how it works? We need Dosed imaging. I might actually still have it saved. So I understand. That's interesting. I didn't know that you could. I'm assuming it doesn't do anything for her, but that kind of distracted me. What do you mean confusing toaster? How could you elaborate on that, please? Confusing toaster. Dumbass. It had a touchscreen. What the fuck?
Upon a dark path, but she had to walk it to the very
It had a
end.
touchscreen? Hungry cycle?
Craft is in agony. The paradise
Touchscreen
twisting
toaster.
the void, tearing me into
Yeah, could you play Doom on the
impossible
toaster? That is a good
connections.
question.
Get inside and put an end to it.
Endurance is defiance.
Motherfucker, do I have to get all the long ones?
Endure the
At least it's not
undercroft at its
excavation.
most oppressive.
It's like a shitty touchscreen? That's weird. To insta them? Yeah, heavy attacks also insta-kill them for some reason. I don't know what's up with that, but I do abuse it, so it doesn't really matter to me that it's weird. Dude, the jumping is making this feel so weird. So just watch my frames take a hit whenever I start hitting an enemy with Noctua. We call this agony. I don't know, I was drunk. It happened again. Play Bad Apple on it. There are a lot of potential for this touchscreen Doaster. Now that it's made Dose, it has actually been officially reclassified as the Doaster. This bitch dodged my charge attack. Fuck you. Couldn't figure it out, wasn't paying attention. Grim. I just didn't see it. Evelyn outsmarted by a toaster. Also, thank you for stopping by, random. I agree, everyone should post funnies in the Stream Clips channel, except I'm actually not funny on stream ever, so it's a little challenging, but I believe in you guys. Having what I would call a Dante moment. I don't know if it's replicable. Actually, weirdly enough, you can, but it's very inconsistent. If you're looking at the slam angle, it occasionally works, and I believe heavy slams will always trigger it. Talking home about Finland. Interesting subject. Thanks for stopping by. The projectile itself. Oh yeah, it's a weird thing about the projectile. I don't know about slamming on it, but you can detonate it like a glaive with a right click while it's out. Busting alright? Welcome, Elena.
Life support is inbound. Only 60
OP when they were
seconds
free.
remaining.
I think those Stalker Spectres are fun, but they're not really that good. I don't know, I didn't expect them to be that strong.
Life support replenish.
I'm doing really shit because I'm prioritizing reading my chat over playing this fucking boring-ass mission type, dude. I'm not looking forward. Maybe we'll just save the Kubo Survival for tomorrow, because that just sounds unfun.
Support is limited. It must not be squandered.
An on-call crew. I would actually argue that Nidus Spectres are totally worth using as well. Dante's are also actually pretty good. Dante's can give you overguards, Thionaxes can give you shields and energy, and Nidus can give you power strength, and he's actually just surprisingly good crowd control because its maggots draw a ton of aggro. Wisp Spectre isn't bad. I don't think it's amazing, but it's not terrible. Octavia. Octavia Spectre I haven't messed with that much personally. My last stream. I'm just... Look, I sent you the bust decorations, okay? I was in fact busting. I was just being factually accurate. You know, I have enough life support. Fuck this. We're just not playing the mission for the last minute. Running... Yeah, Protea's another decent Spectre. We're just gonna let this mission, you know, do its thing for a minute. You were what? Not important. Passive HP regen? I actually don't know if her passive applies. I don't mess with different specters that much, because for some reason you still have to build a new batch to change them. Doesn't despawn if you spawn a new one? That is strange. We're chilling. Fuck these guys. Also, for the how do you do about the Warframe chat thing? I don't know. These people just kind of show up and are like, normal. I say with huge air quotes. Normal enough. Even more miserable than before. What was your food upsetting, Blueprint? Do you believe... that clip, Evelyn, pisses me off so much. The Big Bang or Pangria. Those people make more money than I will in 100 of my lifetimes. And they're that dumb. It makes me so mad. You have no idea how much it fills me with rage. I just saw Elon Musk's face today. Actually, yeah, fair enough. Day ruined.
Misery would have company, at least.
Hey guys, I'm just gonna send you to the penis explosion chamber. Ignore that. Did I just... I'm not ADSing, so I'm just like firing it from the hip like a gangster. Look at this shit. What the fuck? Gangster style unload. Lucinia's hardly in frame. Censor that next time. What is Pangria? Okay, there is this clip of XQC and Aiden Ross talking. And Aiden Ross is like, do you believe in the Big Bang or Pangria? And it's so fucking stupid. By Pangria, they mean Pangea. Like, when all 7 continents were one combined landmass. They just call it Pangria. And there's also this stupid part where fucking XQC is like, the world or our planet? And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about, you dipshit?
It spawns many children.
I don't get how people watch those content creators, dude. Like, minor rant, okay? XQC, Aiden Ross, Hassan Abi, all those people. How the fuck do people watch that shit? Genuinely. I just procced cheat death from that impacting me. That's kind of frightening.
You will need my Orvius to challenge this Aura Worm. Find it.
It just upsets me greatly. That's all I'm saying. Was the voice of reason there? I don't think either of them were being anything. All the stupid fucks. Like, at least people like Kai put some effort into their content. People like Hassan, like, I don't like him either particularly. People like Hassan genuinely just fucking watch other people's shit. It makes me upset. Fucking Asmongold, that's another one. I'm about to run into this tower if I'm looking at my chat, my bad. Asmongold's one that's also just a specimen. I am more sad now. We're gonna make Blueprint sad. We should probably stop.
Force the creature through the portal. Only in its lair will it be vulnerable.
Maybe watches Zoomer content. What is this feature? Thank you for the membership, Lena. I think they added this to be like resubbing on Twitch, where you can publicly announce it. He would die because his ecosystem was destroyed? Probably. Genuinely on the age of 16? I mean, probably. They ever have. Yeah, especially people like Denims and stuff going on. But like, Denims were like, I worked 12-hour shifts 6 days a week, and streaming is way harder than that. It's like, shut the fuck up. No, it's not. Dude, if I could do this as a job, it'd be the easiest shit of my fucking life. No contest. Like, don't give me that shit. Often has Gloomon. Good question, honestly. I wonder how the fucking pronouns guy ended up. I honestly don't know. Except by Roach's live. It's also weird with, like, some of them... So, like, Hassan. This is political, kind of, but I think everyone can, like, regardless of your persuasion, can find absurdity in this. Hassan is the kind of person who talks about socialism and lives in Beverly Hills with, like, a fucking, like, Bugatti because he is the top earner on Twitch next to XQC. How does anyone take his political opinion seriously? Genuinely. It's like, I'm fighting for the rights of the working class in my Beverly Hills fucking home, where if there was a revolution, it wouldn't affect me at all, or they'd fucking kill me. For respect for them than him. Fair enough. Any frame can Kate skip? Pretty much, but I just do it because
You should have fled while you
have you considered no ethical consumption under capitalism, sweetie? That's the kind of shit they hit you with, honestly. Or it's like when Vosh was asked why he wasn't a worker co-op and he just bullshitted his way out of it because he said right before he believed that all, like, businesses should be worker co-ops. And it's like, and why aren't you, Vosh? There are people that upload clips of yours and stuff. Why don't they own your channel partially? And he just had to bullshit his way out of it because, yeah, no shit, he couldn't justify it. From one paycheck? Realistically, you probably could.
you will regret this rashness.
Bonk, bonk, bonk. Bonk, bonk, bonk. There we go. I could proc chamber cascade off of these, but whatever. Country girls make do, or whatever the fuck. I don't like Hassan, but I think you're misunderstanding. I feel like, I don't know, I've seen enough stuff breaking down the positions that Hassan advocates for that I think he's a massive hypocrite. I don't feel like that's a terribly controversial opinion.
Bravely done.
Or exactly the same, actually. You have, yeah, Vaush's incredible take of, yeah, actually owning a computer that was built with labor from children and buying CP are actually the same thing. So I can't disavow CP because that would be ethically inconsistent. And it's like, Vosh, are you fucking, like, brain damaged? What are you talking about, dude? Crazy shit.
Curious.
Still had the oldest punch. Yeah, people like Asmongold and XQC, I don't get why people don't call them out more. What am I hearing? This was a genuine argument Vosh made. Like, I'm not kidding. At these people, probably for the best. Because, like, we thrive off human suffering, and that's true. My thing is that it's a matter of hypocrisy, and I do think Hassan does legitimate damage to the political landscape. Like, Hassan just makes straight up fake fucking political propaganda to target certain groups. Like, and not only do I think that him being hypocritical is just a bad thing, I think he is genuinely a piece of shit. But, like, with the Vosh thing, there was a legitimate thing where he was like, well, you see, I can't disavow the purchasing of CP because I own a computer, and my computer was probably built with child labor, which is also a form of child exploitation. And it's like, Vosh, you can build a computer without child exploitation. You can't purchase CP without child exploitation. That's the product, you fucking idiot. I can't believe people like Nick Dior are like, yeah, that's a good point, actually. I'm on this guy's side now. Like, what the fuck? Are you insane? I'm sorry, I am getting political. I hate these people. People like Hassan, Vosh, the Quartering, like, that clique, I hate. Being humans, just don't be an asshole. I personally disagree. I feel like if you're going to, put yourself up on that pedestal, it's really shitty. Because, like, here's the thing. Here's how I kind of view it. The kind of stuff that Hassan advocates for is, like, the platform Hassan advocates for is, like, revolutionary speak, right? But, like, that wouldn't affect him because he's so rich. So he's advocating for policies and things that would destroy the lives of people that are poorer than him. That's why I take issue with it. Because he's advocating for policies that would harm poorer people in the end. Have a spine. I agree that if I had to pin, like, certain streamers down, Hassan, I think, absolutely has his faults, namely that he spreads insane political propaganda that makes people psychotic, but that's just political in general. Like, people like, you know, the Quartering pulls that shit, you know, any breadtuber pulls that shit, but Asmongold and XQC are those ones where it's like, as a person, I find them detestable as well, but mostly just for different reasons. XQC is such a massively inflated ego when he doesn't even make content. And, like, it's funny, too, because you see these people, for something people can't control. Well, here's the thing as well.
Argon.
You can also, there is a public list that you can find of companies that don't build things with child, like, exploitation. Like, I can't remember the name of the website, but there is a site where you can look up countries that have, or companies that have taken an oath to not use exploitative labor. You can build a computer without child abuse. Or really, I mean, people that are working in a mine legally for like $3 a day or something is probably still shit, but you can build one where there's some level of ethical integrity, even if it's realistically still not that high. But like I said, with the thing that Vosh is arguing for, that's the product, dude. You can't separate the two. And like, so there are people out there that are like, oh, that's a good argument. I think Vosh is making a very nuanced take. And I'm like, I think you're fucking nuts. But we'll just leave it at that, I guess. Like I said, I don't mean to get too off-topic political. I mostly just don't like these streamers as people because I find them to be insane hypocrites. And it bothers me. Do I hate them for being wealthy? Not necessarily. I think it is sad that they put no effort into their content and rake that much in, but like there are plenty of people that I have respect for that are no doubt rich, like Mudahar from Some Ordinary Gamers. I think that Mudahar is a pretty cool guy. I mean, he's obviously had missteps, but he also probably has made a shit ton of money. I don't think less of him because of the fact that he's made a bunch of money, or like CoffeeZilla has probably made a shit ton of money from the stuff he does on YouTube. I still think the work he does is important. But then you have people like, you know, Pokimane, who sits there and watches Avatar The Last Airbender on stream and makes more money in a day than I do in a fucking year, and it makes me mad. Because it's like, you're not making anything. You're reaping the benefits of stealing other people's content, and I just find that to be really deplorable, morally. I don't like Mudahar, and you're completely entitled to that opinion. That's just an example I'm giving, and you don't have to agree with it, but I don't feel like I said, there are some content creators that I think are in a different paradigm. Because, like, Critical is another one where I think you could genuinely argue his content's very lazy, but people like him enough that it doesn't matter to them. And I don't think Critical is such like a massive living hypocrite that he falls in the same category. Once again, I'm kind of getting off topic. I don't normally get this politicized, I kind of say with air quotes. Also, it's a bug. As long as I'm in this menu, this won't go away. $5 a month, girl. Who was that? I can't think of the name of that streamer. Dude, Twitch culture is just cancer in general. Like,
Scans show Grenier are
that's just how it is over there.
Set off the alarms to drop
Make high effort stuff, and that's true. Cool Kid became woke. Most of the streamers I'm shitting on are probably more into that camp than I ever would be.
As expected,
I'm right and you're wrong, pretty much.
Sending modified life support capsules. Use these to sustain your environment.
You're allowed to do it legally. Like, realistically, I feel like it depends on what you're reacting to, but I think that, like, Critical's content, while I don't personally care for it, I think that there's enough of a demand in regards to, like, it not being solo ever he doesn't add anything, that people are, like, down with it. I don't know. I don't watch it, but that's just me. I get one view, real. Political kid. Fucking hell. I thought that was 451 for someone. That's a funny reference, and then I reread it and was like, oh, that's the Hitler number. Fox News but for kids? That's an interesting perspective on the matter, honestly. I said a lot of it is just, and I'll just be honest with you all right now, most of the politics content creation scene in general just sucks ass. Because a lot of them, like, ultimately, if you want to keep your viewer base, you have to pander to them. So that's what they do.
Prepare for life support.
Fortunately, as I've said on previous streams, my political opinions are so banal that I don't think anyone would care for them. So I just, you know, my political opinions are what's funny at the time. That's how it works. Also, my subsume I'm currently using is Lycath's Hunt. Perish.
Capsules harvesting Kuba provide minimal life support.
In 88, due to 40% strength. Yeah. Share some of your oats. Hello, good sir. Actually, no, fuck you. I'm not even gonna hit you with the 2. Won't let me sleep. Yeah, fair enough. Need to be relevant and up to date. I think that's fair, I suppose. I do still think it isn't particularly high effort, but considering that he has up like his esports team and the music stuff that he does, you can't deny that he does put effort into some of his creative endeavors. I don't even know where Varuna's farm is. It's conjunction survival at Circulus on Lua. I'm going to go get peace without... Yeah, that's actually true. That's the main thing I think of when I think of the Quartering. Truthfully, he's the only, like, more right-leaning political streamer that I'm even aware of. So, other than ones that are, like... what's his fucking name? Like, Aiden Roth, I guess, is one, but, like... Does he count? I don't feel like he does. I don't take him seriously, but I guess enough people do I probably would. Who's the guy I'm thinking of? The, like, unironic white supremacist. What the fuck is his name? And, like, I'm not saying this to be slanderous to him, right? Like, he's straight up said on stream that he believes, or that he's anti-race mixing. Sneeko's a good example, but not the guy I'm Nick Fuentes, that's who I'm thinking of. Like I said, this isn't me saying shit to be like, you know, like, oh no, like, this term is lost. I'm like, no, he actually had a podcast thing where he was arguing against race. Like, this actually happened. Look, all I'm saying is, while I will shit on these people, I will not do it with unverifiable facts. And he is unironically a white supremacist. But I need Kuva. I'm just doing this for the never-ending night wave grind. Welcome to hell. Hold on, Arabic. Okay, that's fucking hilarious. I have not heard of that. To finish modding them. Korra's a very strong character when built correctly. Even after all this, like, especially with the Incarnins being added, I am an idiot. Holy shit. Fucking panic shot that guy. I am actually, my pace is getting really bad now. I gotta stay on top of this. Yeah, we're falling back. Where the fuck is the door out? Dude, I hate this tile set so much. It's so fucking annoying to navigate. Fuck y'all. Anyways. Really scared to add a ribbon stack crafting as a path to current. Yeah, I really wish. Oh, right, this is the turret spawn spot. This one's just gonna fucking die. I'm just gonna fucking die. Jesus, I'm playing like shit because I'm so focused on reading. Fortunately, Narimon's actually not too bad to recover with. Specifically if you have a high combo. Oh, and the Latchers definitely help. How is this still alive? The fuck? Whatever. I don't think it's gonna last, so I don't really care. Dies of cringe. Yeah, my apologies for the political side tangent. I want to make it clear that the politics of the people that I'm criticizing, while I do laugh at them, are not the main point. I just think they're shitty people, and that the Twitch meta is cancer. I'll kind of just leave it at that. Because I don't want to... My goal is not to offend anyone's sensibilities. I don't feel like disagreements politically are a good reason to alienate people from your channel that has nothing to do with that subject. Would be so much more navigatable. Yeah, if fucking only. Wow. Dude's invincible, so we just walked right through it. Fuck you. $300 HP Harvester Fog, deadass. Depends on how severe the disagreement is. Okay, this is true, but I think anyone who makes that argument oftentimes will then massively exaggerate the degree of the disagreement. Like, yeah, if someone showed up and was like, yeah, I believe we should exterminate other races, I'd be like, okay, I'm not down with that. But if someone joined up and was like, yeah, I'm you know, of this particular political persuasion, right, I voted for this person, it's like, okay, I don't really care. If you pull up in, like, the, you know, the black and red garb type shit, like, yeah, I can see what's like, maybe not that person, right? Maybe not that person. But if it's like your typical, like, you know, banal Democrat or Republican, like, I don't fucking care. I'm friends with plenty of people that don't agree with me politically pretty much at all. But that's perfectly fine, because that has nothing to do with why we're friends. The black and red... I'm talking about the Nazi uniform. Back to your take on ribbon crafting. Yeah, they're not going to add it because ribbons are too big of a market. Because I'm a red veil supremacist. Black and red garb. Yeah, actually, I'm talking about Albanians. I cannot side with Albanians. Dumpster fire, no matter which side. That's just how it is over here. The Albany. Yeah, with the ribbon stack crafting, I would love for them to add it, but I think they're too afraid to kill the market. Because it makes such an insane amount of platinum. Stalker is a Nazi. Dark Deep Warframe lore, episode 75. Maybe he is. I am just getting fucked up. I normally do not play this poorly on my fucking Quora. I'm embarrassed that I'm doing this bad. Fucking... Why did those guys die and not count for my self-res? The fuck? That's not even fair. Just Miles Morales. It's not fair to know it's a bad decision. I think it would be... Here's the thing. It's a good decision for the health of the game. It is a bad decision for people who've sunk money into the market. You're farming Nazi juice? Real. Okay, I have something that's tangentially related that I think is kind of funny. So, you guys probably know this when it comes to that. The Nazis had a lot of occult beliefs, right? Hitler was a weird guy. There's that infamous quote about Mussolini reciting when Hitler told him about, like, the Aryan spirit, and Mussolini was left completely disoriented. There is a religion, I say with air quotes, called esoteric Hitlerism. This basically takes all of the spiritual stuff from Nazism and none of the political parts. And it's actually so fucking insane, it wraps around into being funny. Like, don't get me wrong, it's still extremely racist, because it's called esoteric Hitlerism. What the fuck do you expect? But it's like, oh yes, the Aryan race has this collective Aryan consciousness that lives within us all. We originate from the mystical land of Hyperborea. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? I think it's just fucking ridiculous. Like, anyone who unironically believes that shit, yeah, I have my concerns, but the beliefs that they believe in, like, fundamentally are just so stupid, I can't help but laugh at them. No, you can look it up. It's called esoteric Hitlerism, or alternatively, esoteric Nazism. This is real. Understatement of the century? Look, I'm summarizing, okay? We don't have time to get into it. The History Channel has made 40 billion different productions on Hitler. You can really get to the bottom of it if you want to. We're summarizing for the Warframe stream, okay? So fixated on it. I don't even keep up with that kind of discourse, honestly. When it comes to, like, Twitter shit of, like, you know, people that are, like, unironic neo-Nazis or, like, unironic, like, you know, tankies or something, I don't really keep up with it. I don't really care. Would I crazy have to join a stream too? Yeah. Fair enough. Sounds like Family Guy skit. It actually genuinely does. Oh, I'm gonna fucking die again. Christ, dude. I'm struggling today. I mean, I struggle every day, but especially so today. It's rough shit out here, man. Fucking die. Normally, Lycast is enough, but today we are struggling. I guess his German was bad? Okay, that's actually based. I respect that.
We will all share in this bounty.
I mean, bullying them in general, I'm not gonna lie, would be pretty base, but for that reason specifically, that goes off. Haven't been okay in 2 weeks. It do be like that. I'm sorry to hear that, obviously, but it do be like that. Politics ruined the internet. American politics are so polarized and, like, outrage culture-y that, like, I can't say from the perspective of, like, being another country dealing with it. So I don't feel like I have an opinion that's... Because, like, if the internet wasn't overrun by American politics, I would still have to deal with it because I live here. If I was from another country, then I'd probably be able to give a better opinion on, like, has this ruined everything for me? But Americans are so hyper-politicized, it's just ridiculous. Another thing that is kind of... I don't know if this is an American thing or not. Does anyone else find it weird that you are expected to have an opinion on everything? Like, can there not just be some issues I just don't care about because I'm uneducated? Or, like, don't have a strong opinion on because I'm uneducated? Like, for everything that I know a lot about, there's 100 things I don't know shit about. You know what I mean? I don't feel like it's fair that I have to always have an opinion about every little topic. I think that that's just stupid. Because, like, then I'm just going to become a bad take printer. I mean, I already am. But I don't know shit about these things. Like, I don't care. I don't know, like, that's my answer. Talk more about American politics than our own. And yeah, that's the kind of thing where, like, if I lived there and experienced that, I'd have a better opinion for you. Because I don't doubt that shit sucks. American politics are bad enough, let alone if they don't actually affect you and you're stuck hearing about them anyways. Dude, this run is going horribly. I can't read chat and play this game out at the same time. It's got me fucked up big time. I haven't looked into this enough to form an unbiased opinion. I often will just say, like, I'm not an expert. You're so important. I agree to an extent. Like, America is an important nation to keep tabs on for everyone else. But I feel like the extent that it gets proliferated, like, okay, this is something that I just find to be strange. We are edging into more explicitly political territory, but I swear that's not the point I'm trying to make. After the stuff with Roe versus Wade happened in the United States, Digital Extremes posted a thing to Twitter about ensuring reproductive rights for their employees. And I'm just sitting here like, you're a Canadian company. Like, it's legally protected in your country. What? I don't really get why you felt the need to make a statement on this. You couldn't legally deny it to them, and you're also their workplace. Like, how would you even have jurisdiction to do that? And that, I think, is a good example of, like, why are American politics bleeding into areas like that? Even though it's fully legalized here, that's fucking ridiculous. Never Edge, never Goon. I have to find the minion memes. To tempt potential employees? I don't fucking know. I just think it's weird. Never Goon. Sounds... They did it for PR. I feel like, yeah, it was for public relations, but if you think about it for more than, like, 5 seconds, it's like, your guys' opinion doesn't really affect this, right? Like, you aren't here. I don't know. Also, yes, those memes are AI generated, but I still think they are conceptually funny. Shut up their frustration or create frustration. American politics is just an outrage machine. That's kind of just the truth of the matter. Once again, we are now into the broadly political discussions. American politics is just an outrage machine. Like, it's not worth engaging with, in my opinion, because that's all it does, is it just breeds outrage. Like, if anyone here is not from America, you know, like, I won't talk about that that much, because, like, to be perfectly honest with you, I feel like that's one of those things where that is a much more explicitly political topic, and it's hard for me to discuss something like Roe versus Wade without alienating people, because they might have certain opinions on it one way or the other. But it was a pretty big thing over here, and I don't know why there was so much grandstanding internationally about it. Italy makes me pissed. I don't blame you for that. Fake Colton 3 real. Like, if you're not from America, I imagine seeing that shit is just tiring. It's like, this doesn't affect you. Like, why would you care?
Kuba is ready to be collected.
They didn't know about their own country's politics. Yeah, like that's the kind of stuff that affects you. You know what I mean? From my country news. And yeah, I would imagine that they report on that shit. Because, like, okay, anyone here who's not American, have you ever watched an American news channel for any reason? So, like, CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, what's the other one? Newsmax, like those? Has anyone here who's not an American watched those? Compared to international news, it's fucking insane. Like, I remember there was a... Okay. There was a time at my workplace. So there is this thing that happens every year called sun outages. What a sun outage is during certain parts of the year, typically beginning of fall and beginning of spring, the sun gets behind satellites that orbit the Earth that broadcasts cable channels, and so they go out. This happens about 2 weeks out of the year. So during sun outage season at my job, we have a ton of important channels pulled up at all times so that we can know if they go down. Because people will call about them and get really mad that their favorite news channel is down, and usually go off on conspiracy theories about it, which is a different discussion. But I had, this was during, I think, 2021, I had MSNBC on one screen, and I had Fox News up on the other. Those are both common channels people watch, and I needed to have them both up so that I could keep tabs on them. And fucking Fox News was talking about how the government, like, their headline, I don't remember it exactly, but it was something to the effect of, like, you know, COVID passports taking your rights or some shit, right? What you'd expect. I look over at MSNBC, and I do remember this one because it was so absurd. It said, GOP death cult wants you to die of COVID. And I'm sitting here like, people watch these? And, like, believe them? Like, how... This is, like, two of the biggest national news channels in the country are out here saying things like this. How could you... What? I was actually mortified seeing that. Because next week we had an international news channel, and it was totally normal. Like, they were like, oh yeah, here's the weather today in this area. Here's a news story that's coming out of Japan or something. And it's like, what the fuck? Then you have places like that where it's just like, I can't believe it, guys. Joe Biden is going to come into every single person's home and give their child the vaccine himself. And it will make you gay, and it will give you super AIDS, and you'll contract rabies, and you'll bite people in the streets. And it's like, okay, dude. What the fuck? Just join? I'm complaining about national news media in the United States. Don't worry about it. Biden vaccine blast. Very political and brainwashing. Political rant in the news, but not usually. Is going to come into my home. I mean, potentially. That's the leftist, the liberal agenda. What the liberals actually want is for... Okay, actually, we're... People telling that someone died. I'm going to choke. I'm not being political in the sense that I'm advocating for a position. I just think that American news media is, like, tragic. Like, the shit they say is so blatantly ridiculous. I don't know how anyone watches them. Just make the powerful seem rich. Who even fucking knows, dude? Because it's hilarious, might as well be The Onion. Unironically, a lot of American politics might as well be The Onion. It sucks bad. I agree. Every major national news channel in the US is just a joke. Like, here's the weird thing. Their websites are usually much better than the news channels. They're still not good. They still have an obvious political slant. But there's, like, a lot of their content isn't as bad. But then you get into the TV channels, and it's like, what the fuck am I watching? I don't know. It mortifies me that it does fit The Onion. I agree. There's actually a subreddit called Not The Onion devoted to just that specifically, of shit that looks like you'd find it on The Onion, but somehow it isn't. Crazy shit. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm tired of seeing her. That struggles to watch each time. More people look at websites. I think a lot of it is that a lot of their reporting, like, it's almost like a... Did I really say all that on stream? Do I normally regret these discussions? I mean, kind of. But, like I said, my goal is not to advocate for a particular political persuasion. I just find these things absurd. Could you please die? Damn, I guess I lost that trade. Depressing how it's gotten to this point. I mean, yeah, fair enough. Fuck off, bitch. Shut up. I have a boyfriend. Leave me the fuck alone. Why did I convert you? Since you've been talking. That's the unfortunate reality. Then again, like, I don't want to advocate for any political persuasion. If you are of any particular, back to politics, how do I feel about Spectro Rage? I prefer Lycat's tons on this. You can get women liches? Yeah, you've been able to since release, I'm pretty sure. That particular personality is a newer one, though. So weird and stuff. Yeah, I agree. I don't like watching shit on the news. It's just, I don't know, like, or even just TV in general. A lot of it sucks. Warframe is woke real. I can't believe they made Warframe LGBT.
Purpose. Well. If y'all ain't my favorite brand.
What's the signed Ana? I think it is the one that came with Cora Prime X. It's like Karatina Prime or something. Please fear that lich. She is funny. Now I'm suspicious, Lena, that, like, you want it to choke you or something. Woke. Okay, woke detector is some top tier shit. Is actually, yeah, well, because of the pride stuff. You know what I love about woke detector is that there are so many gay porn games that dude reviews. Like, what the fuck do you expect? Pro LGBT? It's a gay porn game, you fucking dumbass. Like, what?
You know it.
Warframe freakiness tier list? That seems like more of a Sab thing. Also, this domain I do own, but it just redirects to my YouTube channel. I received the DM that I was reading real quick. Might be in sort of a closet. Bloons is on that list. Don't call me out like this. Thank you for the 2, Lena. Look, all I'm saying is the guy who runs Woke Detector is unironically a dumbass for a lot of reasons. But the number one for me is, why are you playing so many gay porn games? They've existed in lore for years. That's the type of shit that person's on, unironically. Something I love when people are like, you see this in the Helldivers community all the time, where it's like, keep politics out of games, and it's like, do you know what game you're playing right now? Helldivers is a political parody. Like, I don't know, I think that, like, if you want to, I get what they actually mean, but the way they phrase it is just like, do you know what you're saying? Furry Hitler? Honestly, good question.
Captive has been escorted to the extraction point.
Gonna attend gay orgies? Deadass. Has to be, well, I mean, he is a grifter. Like, no buts about it. There's no way he actually gives a shit about what he's talking about. Because every little thing is, you know, a violation, right? They are in the same universe. You get more dick than me, real? So you don't have to? Yeah, it's like, don't worry, guys. I played, what was it, like, Furry Gay 2? Don't worry, guys. This is woke. I've confirmed it for you. It's overtly pro-LGBT. I played it so you didn't have to. There's men fucking in this game. I beat the whole, I 100%ed, I had every achievement just to prove that this game is woke, and you should not play it. I played it. I have 15 hours on Steam. That was just to make sure that I knew what I was talking about, okay? This is an overtly pro-LGBT woke game you should not play, which is why I've beaten in 100% of the entire thing. Anyway, sorry for my little good diatribe that will definitely get clipped out of context.
You know it.
How is it related? I couldn't tell you. It's a lot of that kind of political discourse I just stay unplugged from. I don't care. Even there are gay people when I look at gay porn. Also, see a B. The giant Candy Crush RT flip. You know, fair enough. Both company have this, or both have the same themes. Yeah, dead ass. Professional at his job, okay? Absolutely sure that was 100% woke. I agree. Everyone, we have to... I'm against wokeness, which is why I have to call out every single gay porn game. I won't push much further, because I think that if we're going to be like, are video games these days woke, we're going to get into the political territory I don't like to talk about. Because that shit's just draining and everyone's very polarized about it. Whenever I talk about politics, my goal is to make fun of everything, because I think it's all fucking absurd. Like, pronouns guy for Starfield is, you know, hilarious in his own way. Dustborn is also funny in its own way. You can cancel people in Dustborn. I think that's hilarious. But, political content. Listen, I feel like this is politics adjacent, but that's just my opinion. Like, I'm not advocating for a position for you to vote for, but I'm mostly just laughing at the absurdity of it. But, I mean, fair enough. Once again, this is a late night stream. I'm super fucking tired right now. So I'm just rambling about whatever's on my mind. Literally waking up in bed, dead ass. Vote Johnny Sins for president? I wonder if Vermin Supreme is gonna run again. Why can't games go back to being unwoke, like extremely political game? Deadass. It's like, guys, I want to go back to when games weren't political at all, alright? Why can't we go back to, like, Postal? Postal wasn't political. Why can't we go back to games like Postal? Some real classics, like Ratchet and Clank. There were no political themes in that game whatsoever. We should go back to that. Because the players are rainbow-colored? That's hilarious, actually.
We received intel that somebody vital to enemy operations is here. Find them and capture them.
Peak video game era. My favorite video game console in terms of like impact that it made to video games as a whole is honestly probably the Super Nintendo or the PlayStation 2.
Capture them quickly before they escape.
Yeah, there's nothing political. Actually, guys, Pong is political because it's the left team versus the right team. We've all been duped. Video games have been political the whole time. We've been duped. His apolitical games like Metal Gear Solid, truly. Cass is woke because the queen is a woman. Dead ash. And she's the most powerful piece on the board. They removed gender. Fucking hell. That's tic-tac-toe. I agree. Alright, the real question is, can we find a non-political game? What game isn't political? We may do a stain on the floor? Real. Moving from left to right? Real and true. Mario Kart? We'd have to think about this. I think Pong is political because it's left versus right, right? Tetris is political because the pieces are rainbow colored, so obviously it's gay. What about Mario Kart? What do you think about Mario Kart? Mario Kart is bad for the environment because it's racing. That's political. I think that's political. Tic-tac-toe, I think that's political as well. I'm not going to elaborate on that one, though. I'm just going to make that shit up. Rainbow Road, that's another good one. Minecraft is anarcho-primitivist propaganda. Real. Probably pro-oil industry. Snake. Have you ever heard of Rainbow Snake? Checkmate. The snake is rainbow. That shit's political. Racing's white goes first. What about Frogger? Yeah, chemicals turn the frogs gay. That's why. The game is political because it makes people angry. I agree, Blueprint. It's just like politics, because you can't stop playing the game no matter how hard you want. Hearthstone. That game just sucks. Even if it's not political. Rock, paper, scissors, woke. It's because of the scissors. That's like a lesbian thing. So that's woke. Yakuza games. Those are woke because there's Japanese people in them. Where's my water? Woke because not all people have access to clean water. So that one's woke as well, sorry. Lesbian mention. What about Pokemon? Animal abuse? That's political. PETA gets mad about Pokemon like once every year. Checkers. Black versus red. Racism. That one's pretty easy. Pac-Man. He's amassing pellets, also known as points, also known as wealth. He's a 1%er. That's political. Because you exist. Yeah, exactly. Being alive is woke because you woke up this morning. Plants versus Zombies, that's woke. It's class warfare. Geometry Dash, that's woke. Have you not heard the story of John Geometry in the 1800s who was bullied for having a square head? It's a viewer open lobby. It is not. I'm familiar with the strategy you're referring to on Gruta, but I haven't ever messed with it myself. But it's anti-establishment very often. I mean, that too. But we're trying to find out a game that's not woke. Porn games, those are woke. They support a particular sexuality. Fortnite's probably woke, but I haven't played it, so I'm just gonna say it is and not elaborate. Microsoft Flight Simulator surely isn't. You can go to other countries, that's woke. Sorry. Any country that's not America means that you're woke. I don't know how to tell you this. Space Marine, there are female guards, that's woke. Call of Duty Modern Warframe? Real? Yeah, programming isn't woke because it's only binary, but that still makes it political. That still makes it political. Synthetic? Synthetic is actually unironically political because it's about a supercomputer after the Germans and the Japanese collaborated on. Woke is you can get banned for flying into towers. Turn into a cog of the capitalist machine. Because trans women code a lot? Real. Modern Warframe, I need a break. Women jump higher than male characters. Damn, that's woke. Okay, fun thing. Did you guys know that the reason that female characters in Street Fighter, in the early ones at least, have less health is because the director said that because the women are weaker? Dude, fucking... Don't say based, don't say... No, I'm just kidding. Like, what the fuck, dude? Why would you admit to that? Oh my god. A Core gaming video showed that interview, and it was so fucking funny. Like, what the fuck? How could you just admit that in an interview? Like, yeah, the women have less health because they're weaker. Like, what the fuck? God damn, dude. That shit slays me. It's so fucking funny. If you're bisexual, you get a 10% damage boost against any human. That's actually unironically true. Different stats in the character creator. Damn. Once again, I'm sorry for the political stream. I'm just yapping about whatever because it's 6:30 and I haven't slept. I woke up at like fucking noon or so yesterday, I think. So we're dying at the moment. Shut the fuck up, Ortis. You're cool, but like, I'm busy right now.
The index.
He said, my goal is not to be divisive when talking about political topics. I'm just here to laugh at them mostly. How to make child beaters woke? How the fuck is being child beating not woke? I'm indexing, alright, Ortis. Real. 30 more viewers talking about wokeism. I'm not even talking about it. Like, I'm not trying to be like some like fucking quartering level grift of like there's wokeness in video games. There's a gay person in Warframe. Don't boycott this game. Charge back all your Prime accesses. Like, no. Is anti-woke? Yeah, because you have children, which is already anti-woke or something. I don't fucking know. I wonder what the AI summary is on right now. Good question. If you are alive, you are woke. If you woke up this morning, you are woke. You can't escape it. Everything is woke. After opening the Nightwave menu, that's true, but I don't care enough. Did you just do an Earth mission? The last Nightwave challenge was to do 15 missions, so I just did Earth capture. I just woke up. Oh my god, you're woke! You're woke! Holy shit. You know what? Here, this will be our certified lurker moment before I end the stream. If you've just been lurking, you haven't been typing in chat or anything, go ahead and type woke. Just go ahead and give me a woke. No context for it, just give me a woke. To let me know that you're here and that you're chilling, right? I gotta check up on everyone from time to time. Also, I highly recommend looking at the woke detector Steam curator. That guy is actually fucking insane, and it's so goddamn funny. Minecraft is not political. I actually disagree. You can... you can breed animals into giant industrial farms. That's pretty political, if you ask me. That's pretty political. You're supporting the meat industry. Are awoken, unreal. I use woke detector to find a porn games. That's based. I can't even deny that. That's based. You know it's got the good shit in it. Shows the kids urine for the mines. True. That's really a wokeful thing. I relate to that. With the way I play it, Mojang is woke as fuck. How do we make Nekopara not woke? I think that's impossible. There are furries in it. That makes it woke. You can't have it be Nekopara without the furries. All of the cows are lesbians? That's true, actually. So yeah, that's the weird thing, Vitreous, is like, why does he review so many fucking, like, gay porn games and visual novels? Like, what the fuck? Like, of course it's woke. What the fuck do you mean? It's called Gay Sex 2 or something. Like, yes, it's a political... It supports LGBT themes, you fucking moron. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little bit heated about this. I don't mean to, I just find it so absurd. Nazi showed there as a villain? Real. Is it not just a parody account? As far as I'm aware, no. Because he also leaves negative reviews on, like, normal games. It has gay in the name. Like, deadass. Read the description. Because you have to buy the game to leave a review. He's Furry Hitler? Does he have a review of Furry Hitler? I have to see that shit. That sounds hilarious. Genre gay porn vids? Yeah, he's trying to prove to himself he's not gay. There's a shirtless man on the Steam page. Maybe thought it was happy sex or real. Lockheed Martin, General Dynamics, Boeing, and Texas Instruments. God bless America. It's actually hilarious. That does sound like the kind of shit that they'd get up to. You're woke because you're thinking about what is woke or real. Everyone has become woke because they're awake right now. Please have non-woke on furry Hitler. He did review Furry Shades of... Dude, I have to look at this. Hold on. I have to look at this. Woke. I have to pull up Woke Detector now. Can I search for games he's reviewed on his curator page? Pyro contains no woke content. Okay, whatever you say, dude. A lot of these are like racing games and other shit. What? Okay, Broforce contains subtly pro-DEI messaging, portrays various female movie characters as frontline combatants capable of fighting against large groups of armed opponents. Really? Well, okay, hold on. Can I search for a specific game on here? I don't actually think I can. Wait, I'm... Okay, I am signed into Steam. Woke because it's about races? He has most of these as recommended. Most of the shit he has recommended is stuff like that, where, like, yeah, I don't think you would fit, like, a overtly, like, pro-LGBT theme into it. It's a racing game. Guys, God bless. Fucking Sonic Adventure Director's Cut contains no woke content. We're saved. This one's my favorite, honestly. Contains overtly pro-LGBTQ messaging. The word gay is spelled out by mannequins posing in flag symbols. 5S contains a reference to the Blahaj plushie, a pro-trans symbol. You are actually going to hit us with the Ultra Kill is woke because of 2 fucking Easter eggs. You could go through the whole game and never notice them. Genuinely. Mannequins where? In Ultra Kill, the mannequins in 7-1 spell out the word gay in flag symbols as an Easter egg. Mordau is woke. This is so sad. Black Myth Wukong isn't woke, though. I guess we're safe on that one. Features multiple female agents. That's overtly pro-DEI. If you employ women, you are overtly pro-DEI, as a matter of fact. If you employ women, which is illegal to, you know, discriminate against in the US, but if you employ women, you're woke. I'm sorry. Yeah, Yearning, a gay love story. Contains overtly pro-LGBT messaging. No shit, you fucking moron! They have a Google document file? Interesting. I'll fucking look for it later, dude. One Angry Gamer. I'm familiar with him. Google Sonic inflation. What's going on? I'm looking at the Woke Detector Steam curator and laughing how fucking insane he is. Wake up, Mr. Free Them. Wake up and smell the pronouns. Real and true. Chat members are talking about their perceptions and understandings of the term woke. Well, that's mostly accurate, but that's not entirely the case, Mr. AI. Well, this guy's reviews, yeah. Like, honestly, if someone was to join Warframe and get ass mad about, you know, a pride color palette, like, I wouldn't really want him around either. Woke because a woman is the director? They'd probably actually say that. Control is a banger. Dude, this is the kind of guy where he's like, look at all these cool games. It's like that meme where it's like, you know, you shouldn't play this, and it's like, actually coolest thing ever. Is Astrobot in there? It's a PlayStation exclusive, I believe. How many people got mad? That does always confuse me. As the darkest... Yeah, unironically, the Pride color palette's one of the best palettes in the game, and it's fucking free. shouldn't be around. I feel like that is one of those things where, like, if you get really bent out of shape about that kind of stuff, I am being overtly political when I say this, but I said it with huge air quotes because I feel like this shouldn't be a political topic. I don't really understand how it makes, like, people's lives worse if, like, two dudes can, like, get married. I don't know why that, like, makes society collapse or something. If anything, like, okay, I have a little proposal for you all, that I find interesting. So, if you guys know how a lot of people are like, you know, you have to settle down and get married, right? Because it's a stabilizing force. You know, if you get married, it's like it's a stabilizing force in your life, right? You settle down. Okay. So we can probably accept that that's a pretty common perception of why you would get married. Okay, cool. So, would it not be better for gay people to get married then? Because it's some form of stabilizing force that would prevent them from engaging in, and I say this with massive air quotes, degeneracy? Is it not better for them to get married and just do it with one guy? Like, I don't understand. But no, the unironic position from a lot of these people is gay people just shouldn't exist. And it's like, what? How? How do we do that exactly? Also, thank you for the Browns LEU. Thank you for stopping by. I'm making fun of politics. Trying to push it on others. I feel like that's something where I think that's a separate issue, personally. And the vast majority of people I know that are in that space don't care, like, about making it anything more than it is, I guess. I guess my take on that is I think that because a few people in a given minority are vocal, you should not then attempt to strip the rights of the entire minority. That's not fair. Also tries to push their guy on others. Gay people don't try to make other people gay. That's not how it works. Who wants nuts in his mouth? Real. Let's ban their ability to get... Yeah, let's make it so that they can't get married, can't get employed, can't get housing. Fuck it. Fuck all of their rights, because some of them are annoying. Just get in line. I think that there's kind of a distinction, right? This is more overtly political, so I won't really get into it, but I think there is a distinction. Like, there are people out there where their identity is their personality, and I understand that that is grating, and some of those people that I have encountered grate on me as well. That's the thing with anything, though. You can absorb any part of your identity into your personality and make it obnoxious. I don't think that's a problem exclusive to that community. I think that it's just like there's a sort of pretext of bigotry that makes it more justifiable to hate them for that reason, I guess, if that makes sense. But that's, once again, more overtly political. Once again, my most offensive political take you'll hear on this channel is gay people are normal, and I don't really know why people hate them and want to take all of their rights away. But probably die after 5 minutes. Look, this stream, I will die on the hill that this is politics adjacent. I am not straight up telling you certain things that I think you should believe. This is my one legitimate political take, and I said it with huge air quotes, because the fact that we consider gay people's existence to be political actually horrifies me. Like, there are people that just straight up deny that gay people exist. You really want to move away? Fair enough. Rich people shouldn't have rights? Stay based, Blueprint. Stay based. Just the bad ones, and yeah, that's fair. I said this is more overtly political territory, but it's one of those things where, I don't know, here's my political take. People that are LGBT exist. That's pretty much it, sorry. You should come play Bioshock with me, I'll teach you drill movement tech? That would be based. Why would gay people be faking it, though? That's a good question. Is it political to exist? Yeah, apparently. It is political to exist. I'm sorry, I don't know how to tell you this. You are, in fact, a person with a bunch of different traits, and one of those is going to be political somewhere. You're woke no matter what, I'm sorry. People are not real. I think it's like, that's the legitimate position they argues, like, being gay is not a thing, it's just a phase, and it's like, what? I don't know. I don't get it. They don't have to do the stupid accent anymore. You're like, yeah, gay people go home and they're just like, thank fuck, I don't have to be performatively gay anymore. I can now, you know, I can now use my fleshlight like not intended. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? I am not real. My existence is woven into the fibers of politics. Yeah, I am only gay for political reasons. Gay people do not actually exist. They only do it for political points. Being alive is a phase. Technically true. Marry a yucky woman like I did. I like how you add the adjective yucky in there. And if you don't, you're also political? Yeah, you can't escape it. I'm sorry, everyone in my chat who is a fellow LGBT person of any stripe. Well, I guess considering that I'm bi, I'm not LGBT because one of the B stands for British. But you are political no matter what. I'm sorry. What the hell is gay? That's made up by the Jews? Oh my god. Being British is political because you're hated by the entire world. I'm not actually British. I'm making a joke. I said I'm not part of the LGBT because I'm bisexual and the B actually means British. Our gay quota is down. Let's think sexual thoughts. Am I actually LGBT? I am not British. I'm American, which is arguably worse. Is the fact that a guy likes nuts. Yeah, it's like the, who was it, Pierre Trudeau? Like, before Justin Trudeau, it was his father who was the prime minister. And he had a quote that I think most of us can agree with, which is, the state has no place in the bedrooms of the nation. I think that's a pretty reasonable statement, but that is just overtly political. I won't even try to deny it. That is just me quoting a politician. I think that is, you know, like, fair enough, right? You'd have 90% approval rating. If you're using any pronouns, you're political. Isn't his father Castro? That's what the internet told me. That conspiracy theory is fucking hilarious. Because I always take the L. True. Why did they make Torment the weakest acolyte? Nobody deserves to be British? Thank you. I appreciate it. I am woke. They were the first to legalize same-sex marriage. Man, it's so over. Nice Sevagoth, thank you. He's very minorly tweaked. My high school is both a gay club and a Bible club. Do they ever, like, battle it out? Like, that would go kind of hard, actually. We have pictures of women in Parliament. That's, yeah, it's so over. Pink colors, you're woke, deadass. So large for... They are honestly fairly large. A lot of things on Sevagoth are fairly large. I'm just saying, but that's besides the point. Sevagoth is gay-coded. Yeah, kind of, actually. Time limit on PC time? Real. Here, we'll go for another, like, 9 minutes. We'll hit the 3-hour mark. I think this one's just gonna go straight in the VOD playlist. I've just been talking about stupid shit no one cares about, right? I don't think this one needs to stay up. Especially because I think that my, like I said, my goal is not to argue any particular persuasion politically, but I see that making fun of particular, things like Fox News can still offend some people's sensibilities, and this is a Warframe channel. I don't have to talk about it. I just think it's funny. The truth is, if you're on the stream, you're going to get more of just the unfiltered me than a regular video, so my apologies for that, I guess. Once I'm more awake, we'll go back to normal shit. I'm sorry. His quest literally is to get him out of bed. Did you give up on that? After the stream, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. My apologies. We can read you a bedtime story. Get all the woke yap out of your system, cool kid. Pretty much. That's just how it is. Stay based. I will say that at the very least in my community, like streams especially, if I say something like gay people don't get mad at me for the most part. And it's also pretty public knowledge that I have a boyfriend, so it's not like it's a shock to most people. Bash my head against the wall because of Warframe, it do be like that. Duels are actually really cool. I agree. We should legalize them. You should be able to open carry a rapier, in my opinion, and you should be able to duel someone in the street with it. You aren't gay, your boyfriend is? That's true. Because most of us are gay. Bring back schizophrenia in our politics. Are shocked to assume you're being ironic. A lot of people actually do think that me and Nitro being together is a bit. We should revitalize Conclave. I agree. because it's the simps left. Real? Warframe's region chat on YouTube. His boyfriend is British. Nitro is Scottish, thank you very much. Is Conclave woke? Yes, Teshin is black. Is just Gordon Ramsay? What's your argument for that, Blueprint? Now I'm curious how that works. Where do you think Scotland is? Scotland is in the United Kingdom. It is not the same thing as England. Like, if you want to refer, like, geographically, sure, but when we say British, we think of English people specifically. It's not fair to group them together. Well rest and a good night. Yeah, if only that fucking worked. You guys think I should go to McDonald's? I think that would be funny. It's 7 in the morning. I'm up on, like, probably 3 hours of sleep. I think I should do that. I think that'd be hilarious. I'll pull up to McDonald's. Not Ireland. Until the Warframe dying video. When you mean Warframe dying, do you mean the new player one? Because I don't think I ever argued Warframe is dying. Also, Nitro doesn't live in the British Isles. He lives in Texas. Dude, they have a Genshin Impact meal right now. I'm pretty sure that if you order that, you can actually get your virginity back. Warframe is gonna die tomorrow? Real. Was what your point sounded like. I haven't watched it in like 2 days. I repeatedly say that the game needs new players and that I think they should play it, but that there's friction that causes them to leave. That isn't necessarily the game is dying. Warframe is not dying. That's just not true. I can see how you would interpret it that way, but that's not the argument I was trying to make. What does McDonald's have? What the fuck? Wait, when did this happen? Guys, what the fuck? Okay, I'm looking at the McDonald's app right now on my phone. You can get steak for breakfast at McDonald's? Is that shit poisonous? What do you mean? Now I'm actually scared. What do you mean you can get steak at McDonald's? Big breakfast with steak. What the fuck? This sounds horrible. Is breakfast steak woke? Woke menu? Food steak like eating cardboard? Yeah, I'm actually scared. What the fuck do you mean McDonald's sells steak for breakfast? I can't even get a good look at the steak itself. Dude, what the fuck? I'm okay with Nitro, real. Man, it's down bad. I'd probably combust. So much steak over here, you can buy packages of it? That's fucking weird. Well, to me, it's weird. Fast food steak is weird. I'm going to ranch from someone I've never seen before, and the first thing I hear is they sell steak for breakfast at McDonald's. Yes, my apologies if that's your introduction to my entire YouTube channel. I'll take the dislike for that one if you feel like it. Get Wendy's? I don't think they're open at this hour. Let me look. Wendy's breakfast is actually decent. I got a burrito from them once, and that thing was fucking massive. Are they open right now? I go to Wendy's too fucking often. They are, actually. Damn. Wendy's nuts? Holy shit. Is so bad. I actually agree. McDonald's sucks. Not a fan. Scottish cuisine or something? It's right. Dude, okay, I have one thing to talk about before I go. Has anyone here ever used the Wendy's mobile app? This shit is better than every other fast food app by like a disgusting margin. It actually upsets me how good it is in comparison. They have like legitimately useful or like good deals and a genuinely good rewards program. Everywhere else just fucks both of those up. Wendy's app, if you go to Wendy's, it is legitimately worth using. Like, big time. Like, every day they have a random item you can get for $1, basically. Like, oh yeah, today's, I can get a junior bacon cheeseburger for $1 or something. Like, fuck yeah, I'll take that. Like, yeah, today, I can get $1 any breakfast sandwich with purchase. Like, goddamn, man. I fuck with that. I wonder if it's that good in Australia. We can only hope. We can only hope. I genuinely eat at Wendy's more than any other fast food place, purely because their value proposition is legitimately just unmatched. Like, everything that they... Because of their app systems, it's just really fucking cheap. So it's like, fuck it, dude. I need to go to the store today anyways, but well, that's a future me problem. Wendy's chicken sandwich. I'm killing myself. Are the deals not as good, Lena? I can see why Americans are obese. I would be too. Unfortunately, yes, that's how it is. They fell off a while ago. They aren't as good as they used to be. They didn't have it in Texas or wherever he lives. That's interesting. Called Wendy's Mill Bar. Does it have, like, a different name? Because I know that it's, like, what? Hungry Jack's is the name for Burger King or something, right? Why do people live in America? I don't know how to tell you this, but about 350 million people live in America, and a decent chunk of people were born here with absolutely no say in the matter. They're all bankrupt or something. That's tragic. The maple bacon chicken croissant. That sounds fucked up. I kind of want that now. Yeah, but why? Fuck you mean why? In the 50s or something? Damn. Never been there? That's true. In the Knife Land is really good. I would say that sounds pretty good. I wish it was like Taco Bell where I could just get like lunch shit for breakfast after a certain time, but I think they started doing that at 8. I can't even do that at Taco Bell. I'll pull up the Taco Bell and order 15 fucking giant Cheez-Its. Oh my god, I have something to show you all. Okay. You guys want to... Okay, this is the last thing we're going to do before I go. So, my friend Walter, I've had him on stream before a very long time ago now, but... He's from, like, back when I used to play Destiny a lot. He's from that group. So, there was a time... I don't know if anyone remembers this. There was a period of time where Taco Bell had a thing where you could gift people tacos through their app. And so I gave one to Walter, and he rejected it. So out of anger, I DoorDashed him a dozen tacos so he couldn't reject them. And so we decided that, like, 4 years later, we were going to do a sequel. Check this, everyone. Check this. We did the sequel. This is probably, I shit you not, the most fucked up Taco Bell order you're ever going to see in your life. Look at this. This is what I sent him on DoorDash. Look at this. A single mug root beer, 1 sauce packet, and 15 giant Cheez-Its. I was actually just laughing my ass off when I saw this in the cart because it was so absurd. This is the Taco Bell order of all time. 15 giant Cheez-Its and 1 large mug root beer. And you know what the worst part? Walter sent me a video of him getting it. They forgot the sauce packet. They forgot the fucking sauce packet. Because I was like, you guys get 1 sauce for your 15 Cheez-Its, and they fucking forgot it. I'm saying my take on Daggett lore, I think it's cool. That's kind of the abridged version. Refund? Deadass. I should have refunded it. I'd have been like, guys, Taco Bell fucked up my order. I can't believe this. Alright, that's the last thing. Maybe I'll go get something to eat. Maybe I won't. Who knows? Maybe I'll just cease to exist after the stream stops. I will say, my next content ideas that I have coming up, like I said, I want to do, Make it home KFC spaghetti and Chinese hot and sour noodles jumbo pack? What the fuck? How do you just keep showing me fucked up shit? Make it home KFC spaghetti. What? You guys want to know something fucked up? The person who just DM'd this to me on Discord is the same guy who sent the cursed PC. Cursed PC guy has even more arcane knowledge. I was not ready for. Kill him with hammers. The what PC? Actually, I would recommend just going to Blueprint's channel. He has a video about it that is fucking hilarious. I'm a connoisseur in living a surreal life. You know, fair enough. It certainly sounds that way. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go future content. I'm probably gonna do what can Mirage hack as the next video, and then probably Valence Formation right after. I want to do those two quicker videos before I get into something longer again. To those of you who watched the recent video and enjoyed it, I appreciate the support. Like I said, several people have just called me lazy, which grinds my gears, but whatever. I'm just turning off being notified for comments. What the fuck is this, Evelyn? What the fuck? I don't feel like I can read this. I've been here for too long. But regardless of any of my own personal dejection at people shitting on me for a thing I worked, 3 weeks on, I have just decided we're not reading the comments anymore. Anyways, thank you all for watching. This one's just going to go straight in the playlist, probably. So, beyond that, other stream VODs are in the description. Discord's in the description. I don't know. That's all I really have to say. I'd say, like and subscribe and all that shit, but no one actually cares. But yeah,